Greetings, superior beings, greetings, supreme being. Welcome to Universal Peace Television. This is the channel RBC Hoffman WW3 on YouTube. And this is the broadcast. Trump says he's made a decision on Iran nuclear deal. NewYorkTimes.com. Iran not in compliance. World War III question mark. So let me hop to this live dashboard. I always turn that off at the beginning of the broadcast. I should be able to use function keys. Beware, control the position. So if I press, what was it, F9? No, F11. So F11 does this basically. Oh, that makes it full screen. F10, F9, F12. It used to change. Or perhaps it's only if I'm in display capture mode, and then I press F9, no, F10, F11. It used to be different, it used to switch to the video. Anyway, this is what we want to show. This is the Google News, news.google.com, the search on Iran nuclear deal. I've added that subject to my Google News selection basically. And then we read Trump made decision on Iran nuclear deal but does not reveal it. Reuters also reported this 6 hours ago, in the New York Times. Time it's published is not revealed. Where here, 3 hours ago. So Reuters reported about it first, and related coverage, IFP News. No one will trust US if Trump exits Iran nuclear deal, Rouhani. I think that that's not true, that there are people that will always trust the US and have faith in the United States. No matter what you say, and you will always have these people blaming whole countries for things instead of the responsible people, etc. And I first wanted to start with this. New York Times, August 31st, 2017, made clear. So far, according to the I.A.E.A. and American officials, the United States has not delivered a list of suspect locations. So they have to supply them with this list first before they can do these inspections. So the other thing is, so I've advised to avoid World War III and create universal peace, to avoid mutually assured destruction. Whoa, now my HP is not coming back. Ah, there's F9. Now F9 is working. Hurrah! So I've advised, let me put on a decent necklace. I've advised Iranian people to allow the inspections. Avoiding a third world war is more important, and they know what they have with through the wall radar, etc. They see in 3D what weapons they have, etc. So if Iran has any nuclear weapons like Israel does, then they would know about it. But perhaps this is not about it. It's about creating a third Jesuit world war to rule the world from Jerusalem. If you Google Beastmen in the Vatican, this is a statue of Alex Jones in the Vatican, supposedly. These are the Brodmann's areas of the brain used by doctors when they do brain surgery, which I may have to undergo if there are centipedes in my brain. My previous broadcast is about this subject. And perhaps they can label these videos that are rather shocking to people for me. I might also demonetize them myself. So I'm willing to completely cooperate. There was a cancer chemtrail plane on the inside, so that's definitely not used for ballast. They're making stuff up. because it's clear they are not contrails, because before 1998 there were no cancer chemtrails, long white lines in the sky, which you can see on videos and pictures, or before 1998 when Project Cloverleaf started. So their official story that they're condensation trails, vapors, is a lie, of course, to depopulate Earth. That's why they only do it above big cities and not other areas where the Earth is too hot, in their minds, in their opinion. So then we can jump to the article. Oh yeah, and I've advised President Trump not to nuke or bomb their facilities without an agreement with President Putin, because they're allies of Iran. To avoid World War III is more important, because Israel has these missile shields anyway and Israel has nukes. But they're not signatory to the NPT, so shouldn't they be sanctioned for not signing the Nuclear Proliferation Treaty? The Nuclear Proliferation Treaty, okay. Okay, let's read this then.
Trump says he's made a decision on Iran nuclear deal. September 20, 2017. President Trump met with President Mahmoud Abbas of the Palestinian Authority on Wednesday. Credit Doug Mills, The New York Times. President Trump said on Wednesday that he had made a decision on what to do about the nuclear agreement his predecessor negotiated with Iran, but declined to tell reporters what it was. "I have decided," he said, repeating the phrase 3 times. Pressed by reporters, he added, "I'll let you know. I'll let you know." Mr. Trump's comments, made as he met with President Mahmoud Abbas of the Palestinian Authority, came the day after he told the United Nations General Assembly that the deal was an embarrassment for the United States.
So that might indicate that they might want to end the nuclear deal, or that they want to change the nuclear deal into something that's more in line with what they have in mind. But since the Rothschilds they've sold massive amounts of US assets and bought cancer oil in South America, many people suspect that the cancer oil prices will go up sooner or later, perhaps because of sanctions or because of an attack on Iranian facilities where the inspections were not allowed.
Under United States law, Mr. Trump has until October 15 to certify whether Iran is complying with the agreement, which required it to dismantle much of its nuclear program in exchange for the lifting of international sanctions. Mr. Trump has already certified Iran's compliance twice, and Secretary of State Rex W. Tillerson acknowledged this week that Iran remains in technical compliance. But Mr. Trump has made clear that he is reluctant to certify compliance a third time, citing destabilizing activities by Iran that are not directly covered by the agreement, including its ballistic missile program and support for terrorist groups in the Middle East. If he were to decide against certifying compliance, Congress could reimpose sanctions that were lifted as part of the agreement, which would effectively unravel it. If Congress did not act, the agreement could remain in force. Continue reading the main story-related coverage. With combative style and epithets, Trump takes America first to the UN. September 19, 2017. Tehran Stern. Iran out to remake Mideast with Arab enforcer, Hezbollah August 27, 2017. Tehran Stern. In Afghanistan, U.S. exits, and Iran comes in August 5, 2017. The other 5 major powers that negotiated the agreement along with President Barack Obama have resisted any effort by Mr. Trump to tear it up. President Emmanuel Macron of France, speaking to reporters outside the United Nations Security Council chambers on Wednesday, declined to say whether Mr. Trump had shared with him his decision on the Iran deal, but said France favored keeping it because it's a good one. Mr. Macron said the agreement should be amended to cover ballistic missiles and extended to last beyond 2025.
I myself do not necessarily agree with any of the so-called anti-Semitic messages on my screen. The source is revealed on that picture of small logo that we saw, and it's more about the Jesuits and Masons, and there are also lots of non-Jews like Ted Turner of CNN that want to depopulate the earth. It's all covered in my previous broadcasts. Preventing beats curing.
He also said he favored an open discussion with Iran about the current situation in the region. But he added, "I think it would be a mistake just to abandon the nuclear agreement without that." Speaking to the General Assembly, President Hassan Rouhani of Iran on Wednesday praised the nuclear deal as a model, arguing that the Middle East was safer for it, and said Mr. Trump's threat undermines international confidence in negotiating with it. Imagine for a moment how the Middle East would have looked had the JCPOA not been concluded, he said, using the initials for the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, the formal name of the deal. The Iranian president sought to flip the script on the Trump administration's contention that Iran destabilizes the Middle East. He said American taxpayers should ask why billions of dollars spent in the region has not advanced peace, and has only brought war, misery, poverty and the rise of extremism to the region.
So should we end the Fed or audit the Fed? Those are two different things, and is President Trump still planning to do that? People can always Skype me live in this broadcast, Prologic999, or leave a comment and I'll try to cover that in my broadcasts.
The ignorant, absurd and hateful rhetoric, filled with ridiculously baseless allegations, that was uttered before this august body yesterday, Mr. Rouhani said, was not only unfit to be heard at the United Nations, which was established to promote peace and respect between nations, but indeed contradicted the demands of our nations from this world body to bring governments together to combat war and terror. He added, "It will be a great pity if this agreement were to be destroyed by newcomers to the world of politics. The world will have lost a great opportunity." Nikki R. Haley, the American ambassador to the
Hey,
United
what's up? It's not funny. Don't laugh. Hey, what's up?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
You're live in the broadcast.
I'm live in the broadcast, really? Guys, we are live on the broadcast. Round of applause.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you're my first.
So what's today's topic? What's today's topic?
You're my first caller. Well, I'm now covering an article in the New York Times. Trump says he's made a decision on Iran nuclear deal, but that he doesn't want to reveal it yet, and Reuters first covered it. So that's what I'm covering at the moment, but basically this broadcast can be about any subject you would like to talk about. Let me open up Skype. Oh wow, I can even see you guys. Oh, let's go to...
Yeah, what's up? You have your webcam?
I have this. This is the first time for me, so I still have to get used to...
First time. No problem.
Having like
No problem.
3 dudes.
Welcome.
Okay.
Welcome.
Let's see. And you guys are heterosexuals, not that it matters, but just many people might wonder that if guys are calling me, because people have been calling me a homosexual, and I'm not, I'm a hetero in reality.
You are not a homosexual. No. We are hetero, don't worry.
You guys are hetero. And what type of broadcast are you guys doing?
Fishing. We're doing we're just chilling out. We're just hanging out.
Hanging out. Oh yeah, right. Well, I'm packing a pipe. It's my briar. I got this off eBay. Let's see if I can put my camera on at the same time, basically. And are you you also broadcasting this live on the channel somewhere?
No, we're just hanging out. We just thought you might want to talk to us. We saw you were streaming.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Have you watched my broadcasts? Or have you ever
Yeah,
watched
we're
my
all
broadcasts?
fans.
You're
We're all
fans?
fans, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're your fan base.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, are you pro or anti global government, or no opinion about it, or?
Well, we are anti-global government, obviously.
I'm pro-global government. All you isolationists could continue to live in the past. Okay, you can live in the past. Okay, I don't need you. I don't need you.
You're pro global.
All you isolationists live in the past. I'm moving to the future. I don't care about you.
Isolationist.
I'm moving to the future.
What?
You could stay in the past.
What is an isolationist? Well, basically, I'm against. We are against depopulating Earth to 500 million, and power to the pedo instead of power to the people, and stuff like that. So we are not. We are not against global government chosen by and for the people, but that's not what they have in mind. They want to really depopulate, get rid of 500 million of us. And I'm not talking about
Jews,
everybody.
right? The Jews.
No. The Jesuits and Masons and 6 Jews that want to depopulate the earth were covered by me, but I'm not blaming all Jewish people for depopulating the earth. I'm not anti-Semite or anything.
I personally think that what the Jews are trying to do is they're trying to bring down the global population to 144,000 so that they can begin the Book of Revelations. Because if you read the Book of Revelations, it has to be at exactly 144,000 Jews, and that's what they're going to do.
NJ, listen, this guy, his name is Michael Loftus. He was actually abducted by aliens.
I was abducted by aliens.
I respect your guys' opinions. Let me speak.
Religion is an abomination.
I respect your guys' opinions, but I'm personally a Freemason. I just want to let you know that before you say anything.
All right. Well, let me.
Really?
Have you ever had any contact with aliens, Ulfric?
Sorry, aliens?
No.
Aliens. Yes.
Aliens do not exist. Is the idea? They may have planned a fake alien
aliens
invasion.
do exist, and I've been abducted by aliens. 5 types of aliens. That
How
are
can you be
operating on
sure?
this Earth right now.
How can you be sure it was not somebody with a silicone mask on that did
Listen,
you anal?
okay,
I have seen the planet from outside the planet. I've been to Mars. I've been in the spacecrafts of 5 alien civilizations. The Pleiadians, the Syrians, the Alpha Draconians, the Reptilians, and the Greys. And if you think about it, the Greys aren't even an alien race because they're based in Antarctica. And I have the facts to back this up, and I have proof to back this up. And this is kind of a debate I've been having with these 2 other guys for years. They don't believe in aliens either. However, I mean, if you look at the facts, peel the band-aid off, as they say, you're going to find out that they're aliens, the government knows about them, and, the government is going to slowly reveal all this to us.
The Jesuit Freemason centipede skin changers.
Well, no. Well, here's the thing. We're never going to have an actual relationship with aliens, especially not after 9/11. All right?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's impossible.
What's your opinion on that, Ulrich?
Perhaps we should form control the position to ourselves as well, on all levels or whatever. But I think that alien life forms do exist. But that they're millions of light years away from us, so they need time travel or rather teleportation, flying saucers and stuff they might keep in Antarctica. But they may have planned a fake alien invasion, Project Bluebeam, to depopulate Earth, and then after they've depopulated, then they will portray themselves as the heroes that have freed us from the fictional aliens, or the aliens that did not reach us. And I've also covered NASA's fake Apollo moon landing and other stuff. So it's very cool.
There's no way we ever landed on the moon, because if we ever tried to get on the moon, I'll tell you what happened. Our spacecraft would blow up because the aliens would fucking blow it and shoot out of the fucking sky. Alright?
Do you think they're shape-shifting reptilians or other aliens? What were your experiences?
Yes.
Yes, there are.
It's been proven. It's been proven multiple times.
Well, there's two types of
I think it's
shape-shifting
complete bullshit.
The reptilians themselves and the Alpha Draconians, which actually came from Alpha Draconis, the star.
I think it's complete BS. I think that aliens have not reached us, and that depopulation is done by people. And
Well, yeah, no,
but
Well, I mean, that's just like your opinion, dude. Like, you know, we all have opinions, bro.
Here, I'm having
well,
a
I've actually done some research, and there are no videos or pictures of real aliens. They are all props. They're all fucking fake. You cannot show me a picture or a video of a
Do
real
you think the moon
alien.
landing was fake? Do you think the moon landing was fake?
That is proven beyond any reasonable doubt. It cannot be
Yeah.
found on the
Oh,
moon.
Ulrich.
And the
Listen
Earth
to me,
is
Ulrich.
spherical, not
Ulrich.
flat.
Listen
So
to me.
you guys
Listen to me.
are
Listen
not
to me.
controlled.
Do you think the moon landing? Do you think the moon landing happened?
Well, a moon landing, perhaps Russian lunar code or whatever.
A moon landing.
Oh, so the Americans didn't land there. So the Americans didn't land there. See, the government lies to you every day. How do you know there are no aliens? Can you prove there's no aliens?
Why the El Diablo hand signal thing? Can I prove there are no aliens? Good question. I'll have to think about it for a while. This is the first time. I think it's very cool that you guys are calling me, that I am having you live in my broadcast. May I ask your names? I'm Ulrich B.C. Hoffman, Bernard Klaus.
Yes.
My name is Mike Loftus, 20 Kingsbury Ave, Westwood, New Jersey. Go Don Bosco Prep.
Wow,
My name's
this is-
Sean Quigley. My name's Sean Quigley.
My name's Brian Stronger.
Brian Stronger. Okay.
I'm a reporter from MSNBC.
I actually have my,
Really? Are you really a reporter for MSNBC?
Yes, I am. I have my staff card, but I don't have it with me right now.
Well, because you are the first people to call me, I still have a bit of a feeling that I'm being hoaxed, perhaps, or whatever. But
No.
probably
well,
not.
no, I actually watched your content. I have actually watched your content. I mean, it's pretty, you know, you talk about a lot of things that, you know, the mainstream media, you know, our friend Sean here, they're not being, you know, allowed to talk about.
Exactly.
That's why I think you're kind of like, you know, it's
A visionary. A visionary.
yeah. I'm happy that we are finally at a point where the internet, they're trying to control the internet. Google's trying to control the internet. You know, they're making these AIs. You know, Facebook. I just want to talk about this for a second, and then we can continue. You know, Facebook is just the neural network for a big AI system, right? So basically, what they're doing is they're going to take everyone's Facebook posts, and they're going to turn that into a neural network for all these...
To continue on to what Loftus is saying, one day, someone could just be replaced by an AI without you even realizing it. They take your Facebook posts and they construct your personality and make it into an AI. They can just download your
And I have proof. I have proof of it all. I have proof of it all right here.
I have
What are
covered a
these?
person
What
that
are
might
these?
be
You don't
CIA with a picture
What are
that seems to be
these?
made of several pictures out of several
You
pictures.
guys actually want proof?
He gave
Right
me
here.
the idea
right
to
here.
use iodine to get the centipedes out of my body, but I wanted to say I've been attacked with directed energy weapons, so sometimes I've been accusing the wrong people because their torture can
They
be
fill
really
your body
severe.
full of shit.
So you guys
They
may
fill
not
your
talk
body
about
full of shit.
you may not talk about directed energy weapons and their depopulation. I guess if you're mainstream media, then you even
There's a
have to
lot of
watch
that
out
going on.
what you say about what you are allowed to say and not to say, perhaps.
Listen. I'm gonna give you a theory, Ulrich. Ulrich, I'm gonna give you a theory. I want you to pontificate on this theory and tell me what you think about it. All right. Phones are depopulating us because they take us away from humanity. All right. It's very slowly. They take us away from humanity so we don't have babies. This is the Jesuit scheme. These things right here.
But you can put
No,
them in airplane
Freemason
mode.
scheme.
You can
Oh, actually, that's a fact.
correct their steam. Or
What they're doing is they're...
One day, I could disappear and my entire AI, my entire personality, could just be taken from my phone.
That's not how it works.
I could be replaced. My entire personality could be put into an AI.
What they're doing is not what they want to be doing, and they're going to drive the self-driving cars right off the road. Right?
Let me ask
got
you
a bunch of
guys.
Chinese and Indian workers coming in here,
That's also
programming
interesting
these AIs, and don't even know what they're doing, right?
Do it-
And they're programming these AIs to have a kill switch. Look it up. I mean,
Let
even
me
the
ask
New
you
York
guys.
Post talked about
Do
it.
you think there will be a world war? over Iran?
Okay,
And are you
first-
prepared with a radiological water filter or not?
I am.
Ah, cool.
Listen,
Then he's got a brain.
the thing,
Listen, here I actually have built a bomb shelter. I'm not even. This is real.
You're
I
Tom
built a
Cruise.
bomb shelter. It's 6 feet. It's 6 feet with layers of dirt. Okay, I got layers of dirt. Protects me from radiation. All right, I'm a prepper. In the event of a nuclear war, I have over 30 gallons of tomato juice in the event that there's a nuclear apocalypse.
I mean, that,
I am prepared. I am prepared.
Guys, only several hundred years ago, the newly created deadly gangster computer god earnestly began its top secret overall plan of worldwide Frankenstein, living death, slavery.
Well, here's the thing about that is we are all becoming the Frankensteins of the computer AI god. So if you think about it, okay, we're living in this trance state, and pretty soon the AI is going to be driving for us. They're going to be launching our missiles, and one day they're going to start launching the missiles at
To
us.
explore and
There's
control
nothing
the
we can
universe,
do
the
with it,
gangster
right?
computer god is
They're
going
gonna
to
turn off the
create
streetlights.
its own
They're gonna turn
ideal
off the
communist
TVs.
world
They're going to
order.
turn off everything.
With a
Inly
self-destruct
merge of
mechanism built in.
organized crime, deadly gangsterism, and putistic worldwide military uniform.
Clam, listen.
This is the
Sometimes
heaviest
it's
drug
not
I
understandable what you're saying.
This is the heaviest drug I take. All
What
right.
am I saying?
Non-aspirant. This is
You know
the
why?
first time I see
This
this.
is the heaviest drug I take. You know why? Because they're trying to fill our bodies full of crap. Alright? Like, I don't drink this shit, but I got this here as an example on my desk.
This
Right?
is the
Look at
heaviest
this.
drug I
Look
take.
at this. Alright? Look at
Electronics
this.
are a drug.
Let's
You see these pills? See these pills? This is the heaviest drug I take.
Coca-Cola is worse
Phosphoric
than
Phosphoric
cocaine according
acid.
to the
This is what they
macrobiology.
use to blow up Iraqis.
Sugar is
Phosphoric
worse than
acid,
coke.
natural flavors, corn syrup, fluoride. It's all in the can of
Oh,
Coke.
fluoride. You know what that causes?
You don't even know about
It's
it.
Strokes.
Then I have to do this. You showed something there that is not allowed. You could argue, and then I have to do this image slideshow, and go to boycott Monsanto. That's this one. Just for a second, and then we're back. Okay.
Yes!
Oh wow! Oh fuck! I'm now monetizing. Is it bad if I do that boycott Monsanto thing?
Block the NWO. That's what we have to do.
Oh really?
Hey, listen. Hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah.
Ulrich,
At least from
Ulrich,
depopulating us all. That's-
Ulrich,
I agree with
Ulrich.
that. Yeah.
Ulrich, do you mind if I add somebody else? He's a friend of mine. He's also a fan.
Yeah, I mind. I don't want it. Lol. No, of course not. Come on. It's a party.
Good.
The more, hoe meer zielen, hoe meer vreugd, zegt men in het Nederlands. The more souls, the more
Listen.
pleasure.
We are all against the Freemason Jesuit army. Okay, we're all against. We're
Well,
on your side.
I'm not against them. I'm against depopulating Earth and imposing a totalitarian regime upon the planet the people of planet Earth.
Exactly. That's why we need weed.
Weed?
Yeah, weed.
Oh, weed. Yes. Everywhere.
We need weed. This is just a fact.
Yes!
In some countries you might be banned for saying that or whatever, or arrested even, I don't know.
Listen,
They've
in the
legalized-
United States of America, I can get arrested for expressing my own opinion. In the United States of America.
Yeah.
This isn't a coincidence.
Can you
It's
mention
not.
an example of that you can be arrested for
Michael
voicing your
Brown.
opinion?
Michael Brown. Class A.
Michael Brown.
I don't even know him. And who is Michael Brown?
Listen, I was trying to defend myself from shills who rampantly attacked me on the street. I just happened to have called one of them a N-word, and all of a sudden, shills swarm me and start attacking me, leading to my arm being broken. Do I deserve this? It is the NWO Jesuit conspiracy.
Yeah.
Oh, I already turned
No,
off my...
hey, these are the kind of things that are happening out there, and we're never going to.
Hey guys.
It's sad because it's so true. I don't understand how anybody can sit here and tell me that they're not trying to depopulate the earth. Ulrich, how many times a day do you experience Jesuit energy waves?
The International Jesuit invented this device known as a belt to constrict around the pelvic area. blocking children creation. This is a fact. You can read. These things are not safe.
Have you ever read Chauffeur
Well, at the
Power?
moment, to answer your question, I forgot your names. I'm a bit hyped up because I never had
Sean Quigley.
callers.
My name's Sean Quigley.
Sean, okay. Sean. They're not beaming me at the moment, and lately, the last year or so, they almost have not been attacking me anymore because I have these centipedes in my body in reality, and I can't get them out. The doctors have no cure. They've misdiagnosed me. Other people have contacted me. And I'm trying to warn the world about the danger of centipedes. Do a bug check.
What kind of centipedes have they put
Are you
inside
talking
you?
about all the Donald users?
Well,
Centipede Army? I consider myself a member of Centipede Army.
They may be HAAE, hybrid insect microelectric mechanical systems. Lithobius forficatus is the brand, you could argue.
See, now you're making sense.
I see.
Well,
you know, I got centipedes inside my body as well.
Really?
And
No.
Yes, I have. And the doctors, I've gone to the doctors and they call me crazy, but I know I'm not. I know I have centipedes inside of me.
How do you know?
Because I've seen them.
Guys, look at his camera right now. You can see that. Do you see that? Do you guys see that? That man?
Oh my god.
Do you see that dude?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
This is why I got the blackout curtains, because they're trying to direct these fucking radio waves at me. And this stuff, I put tinfoil in this
Do you
shit.
guys see that? Airlink shuttle. Do you guys see that? Airlink
No.
shuttle. Yeah.
I think you're lying. I think you don't really believe you have centipedes in your body, and
Look
you're
at
trying
that.
to
It's driving
ridicule
away.
the
Pulling out, it
idea.
drives away.
You're trying to ridicule the idea that they're targeted individuals that are depopulated with directed energy weapons or not. I mean, what symptoms? What symptoms do you have, Sean?
Dude, I'm not trying to ridicule you. I'm not trying to ridicule you.
Okay.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, listen, I'm not trying to ridicule you. I'm trying to uplift you, alright? I think you need to be a lot more, you need to be recognized a lot more.
Exactly.
Because this is an example of what they're doing to us. Alright?
Well,
And I
that's
think
why.
We're in the same fight, brother. We are in the same fight, okay?
I think so.
Torture beams are real.
Survival is all we need to achieve. Negligibles, in essence, to control these factors that control aging. And I appreciate it also if there are no centipedes in your body and you say it to get more attention and stuff like that. You
I'm
know,
not.
saving human lives is more important. So
I
we
promise.
may say
I
anything
promise.
we have
Listen,
to
I
save
don't
ourselves.
lie, right? I'm not a bullshitter kind of guy, okay?
Oh, perhaps that's the
Listen,
reason.
listen. I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but I have to tell you guys, he's not a bullshitter guy. He wouldn't lie about something like that.
Okay. Any ideas how to get them out? Any of you guys? There's a €150
Well,
reward.
listen, here's what I've tried. I'll tell you what I tried. I actually have a scar. I actually have a scar on the side of my side right here. It's hard to see, but I tried to cut it out. But it didn't work, and I had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, well, that's
But
Well, if you
I
tried to
tried.
cut it out, then
because this guy's trying to cut him out. We need to
That
take
would
this
be
guy
visible.
to the hospital every week, and we gotta inject him with more. And that's what they keep doing. They keep filling me with vaccines for autism, for whatever. They keep filling you with drugs. They keep prescribing things. I just stopped taking it because you realize that they're trying to fill your body full of chemicals the same way they're filling us all with chemicals.
I am prescribed 13 antipsychotic drugs. I don't take any of them because I'm not going to fall into the mess.
Yeah, listen.
They've not
Yeah,
prescribed me anything. They've evaluated me.
I've seen depressed people go on, Prozac and all the other depression drugs and end up killing themselves. You know why? Because they make them worse. You know why? Because they know the truth.
Ulrich, have you
I
ever
can be
seen
depressed.
Sopranos?
Do
Have
a
you ever seen
self-hypnosis,
Sopranos?
you'll never be depressed again. Sopranos?
Ulrich,
What is
have you
Sopranos?
seen The Sopranos?
What is it? No, I guess not.
It's a TV show. It's a really good. It's anti-Jesuit TV show. Anti-Freemason. Look it up. It's
Is
actually
that
really
with
good.
SUP or with SOP? SOP?
SOPRANOS.
Sopranos, okay. Well, I'd have to write it
Sopranos.
down in my thing to actually recall this
You
at
know,
one
they
point.
actually killed the lead actor from The Sopranos.
They did. They actually killed him for speaking out.
No, they killed him in real life too.
Tim Russell as well.
You guys look at this was really suppressed in the news media, like, giant corporate machine, the news media. But Frank Vincent actually died very, very recently.
I know, and that's another guy from The Sopranos, and they had to
Another guy
take
from
him
The
down, too.
Sopranos.
He died from
Phil Leotardo.
His character, Phil Leotardo, had to face the depression because his kid brother Billy died, and he had to spend 20 full years in a can.
Yeah.
He resisted them.
In a
He put
can.
him for 20 years in the can.
Oh, in
He
the
wanted
can.
a 20 years. When he wanted a manicotti, he had to eat grilled cheese off the radiator. Do you believe?
Yes.
America has most people that are imprisoned of all countries, I think, in the world.
Yeah, and you know what? It's ridiculous. All right.
It's ridiculous. It's
You get thrown in prison for not paying your parking tickets.
Did
Did you know that?
I've seen him
Oh,
shoot
did you know
dogs.
if you don't pay your parking tickets, they can make you a felon? You can't vote anymore. You know that?
What? If one parking ticket?
If you fail to pay parking tickets, they can make you a felon and you can't vote anymore.
Ah,
It's probably the most
no,
ridiculous
right?
thing I've ever
Perhaps
seen.
I'd have to think about it. But other thing is that they were shooting dogs of people that were growing, or that they were not even growing any holy herb or whatever. They just had a little baggie, and then their dog is shot, and they are raped in prison and shit. It's really insane. So
This is
that's
This is what's happening.
that's a real flag right there. So cool. Yeah, First Amendment. So you guys are for real, I guess. Okay, very
Yes,
cool.
we are.
Then what is the most important thing we should think about now? How to unite
Holocaust.
people? How to
The
unite?
Holocaust.
No,
Think
no.
it's
To
wrong.
unite ourselves against the people that want to depopulate us. I
I
that's
think
more
I
important.
think that we need to remember the 6 million. More than anything.
Well,
The 6 million need to
The
be
Neue
remembered.
Ordnung
Out of
of Adolf
everything.
Hitler.
So
Neue
the,
Ordnung
the,
is in mind.
the Jesuits, they're all about transcendence and like living forever and the secrets of the universe and all that shit. And they want to know all this, new technology that's coming out. Some are good, some are bad, some are mixed. But the good ones never want to organize. The bad ones are the ones who want to organize because they're the ones looking after the power. All right? Powerful consciousnesses don't want to dominate other people. It's the evil ones that want to do. All right, and I know you're a smart guy. You probably know, Max Planck. You probably know Einstein. They proved that there's 12 dimensions built on like a layer cake. These 12 dimensions, and we're pretty much living on the third dimension. But consciously, some of us are already in the fifth, the sixth dimension. All right, and basically, what these evil people want to do, these evil consciousness want to do, is they want to bring us down to the second dimension.
I have
Did
to
you
check
agree
something.
with that?
Well, I think that good people may also want to dominate others for the right reasons, but basically, yeah, I think that it's true that good people don't want to dominate others, they want others to be free. I have to check something, my alarm went off, and then I can put it back on you guys. It's 1 second. Dendrite agate gemstone thing on eBay. I can also show that, why not showing everything else. So display capture. Perhaps I should write down your names, or do you have a channel or whatever?
You should check out. Actually, we talk about this stuff very often in our Discord. I'll send you a link. Do you have Discord?
Discord? I don't know
Yes,
what it is. Is it online? Is it a
You
URL?
don't have the Jesuit. You don't have the Jesuit program Microsoft spying on you in Discord. Discord is made by gamers for gamers.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay,
It's called Discord.
I can rewatch this broadcast, so you can just give me as much information as possible, and I can give you all as
We
much
can give you
information.
I'm gonna give you a link, okay? Ulrich, are you ready? I'm gonna give you a link. I want you to go. Before I give you the link, I want you to go online. I want you to download Discord. It's basically it's like Skype, but we're in there a lot. We hang
We
out
have
a
a
lot.
few
in there.
firewalls protecting us, just from the Jesuit.
Well, no, we have firewalls protecting us against all forms of government control. I played.
I personally have fought against the Jesuits. I have 13 white children.
Whoa.
Okay, let me check the URL, then I can show that also. It's Discord.
Yeah. Tell everyone,
Discord.
tell your followers if they need somewhere just to speak about. Just to speak, if they have anything to present, that they can come. They're welcome here.
Yeah, they have to come before it's shut down because the government's watching us. I know the government's watching me.
Can you give me the
They're
URL
probably
again?
watching these guys too.
Here, I'll put it in Skype.
I know they're watching you.
Here, that's the link to our Discord server.
Yeah. Ever since Austin over here, he threatened to blow up his school actually in Canada, using milsurf equipment, and they've been watching him ever since then. So they're on to all of us. They're on to all of us.
I've
You never
discovered
know.
the instant message button. And how do I turn instant messages off again? So now it's visiting discord.gg. And then it's transferred to discordapp.com.
You don't have to download the Discord app, but it's recommended you do.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
By the way, I think that because Ulrich is an esteemed guest, he will get instant big boy. Instant big boy.
No, large boy.
Large boy. We have complicated ranks.
Should I call myself Ulrich or some other...
You may call yourself whatever you... Yeah, do
Whatever
it.
you please. No government restrictions on what your name is.
Call yourself, call yourself, because we don't want anyone to... We can't let our identities get out. We want, name yourself Appleby...
AGDM. AGDM, Anti-Global Government Movement.
That's good too.
Okay, I do that then. Perhaps using my own name too much is not good, but perhaps it's more
Well,
fun.
we're actually trying to infiltrate the Applebee's Discord at the moment.
Yeah,
Talk about-
the corporation Applebee's?
What is this Discord thing? I don't have no idea.
It's basically, it lets anti-government agents talk to each other.
Ah, okay. Discord, so they're in disagreement with something with
Yes.
depopulation.
Yes.
And,
Listen, this is my 5th Skype account. I've gotten 5 Skype accounts shut down by the Jesuits. One of them was shut down by the Gangster Computer Guide. I have to make 5 Skype accounts just to spread like my own opinion. It's ridiculous. So Discord, I've not gotten banned once.
This Discord,
Discord's safe. It's much safer than Skype.
Yeah, I'm not gonna, listen, I'm not gonna give any contact info out, but we are in contact with some members of the I.A.E.A. through Discord. That's all I'm gonna say, is we do have contacts in the I.A.E.A.
In the IRA.
Yes, the I.A.E.A.
We're working strongly with them to propagate the rebellion.
Yeah, because, I mean, now that, the British are no longer the enemy, the people in Europe, they're waking up. They're waking up. Alright? You're gonna have Brussels and they control it, and it's all a Jesuit, control thing. I mean, the ruling party in Brussels is called, the Catholic Party, right? We can't let them get in control.
Mhm.
No, not happening. I'm gonna stop it.
The IRA, did they also do where the streets have no name thing? I read something about this. It was, never mind. So yeah, so you guys are prepared, that's good. And do you think that there will be a world war for Iran or not? What do you all think?
Yes, of course. Yes.
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 Yes, oh, that might be best to say also if you don't think that to make people prepare, to be prepared for all these things that can happen nowadays with all this.
I think people need to be prepared for anything at any time. Anything could happen. Tomorrow, asteroid. Next day, great flood. Typhoon,
Yes.
whirlwind. You don't know. You don't know. You can't know.
And is there anything I should know about brain control? Is there something that I should know? Actually, I'm looking.
I found a cure for centipedes in the body. I found a cure. Listen. Ulrich. I've been watching your channel. You have a monetary reward for anybody who can cure centipedes in the human body, correct?
Correct, €150 at the moment. Yeah.
150 euros. Now, if I give you the cure, will you give me 150 euros?
If it is effective and expels these centipedes from my fathers and my body, yeah, definitely.
Listen, I'm running a business here. I need to be able to know that you can actually send it to me, and I will give you the cure.
Well, how can I convince you? Of course, I have dough, so I can easily send you.
I have a deal. I have a deal for you, Ulrich. Ulrich, I have a deal for you.
Deal.
If you send half of the monetary reward to my PayPal, I will give you the cure.
Well,
That's a
I
deal.
think that is not a good idea, because if you can just give me the cure, it's recorded now live. I make the agreement with you, so this is evidence also in court, and I will give you that $150. Really, I will. If it works, then I will give you that money, of course. So
I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to tell you how to do it right now because I believe you. All right. Do you own a microwave in your house?
No.
All right. You need to get a microwave, and you need to put your, and you need to do this at least 10 times a day. I don't care in what way, but 10 times a day. Put your arm in the microwave, turn it on, keep it there for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Do this 10 times a day.
Oh, yeah.
Microwave waves actually kill centipedes.
See, the globalists, they put,
but me
they
as
put
well.
brainwaves
So I don't
inside
want
of
to be
microwaves. What they didn't know.
No, it won't kill you, dude. You're immune to microwave waves. You know, microwave waves, their frequency is only 30 hertz. How many hertz is a centipede? 29 hertz. Human body over 120.
And how long should I put my arm in there?
10 to 15 minutes. No, you don't have to. You have to do it.
And at what
10 minutes
temperature?
every day.
And,
What?
and does it have to be on, or is it a microwave oven
It
that
has to be
switched off?
on, yes.
It has to be on, alright. It also works on cats and dogs? I've seen that.
Yes, it works.
Yeah, it works.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. I take a sip of tea. I might give that
Only
a try.
10
And if
seconds.
it works,
Only 10 seconds.
if-
After 10 seconds,
if
the
it
amount of
works,
hertz go up.
then I'm
and
gonna
it can
transfer the
actually-
money to you, basically, if
Yes.
I don't splatter myself. But I don't fit in that microwave, so it would only be my arm, and then I cannot close the door. So how
Yes.
to get it on?
Only
Then
your
I have to
arm.
stick a screwdriver
Only
in
your
there.
arm.
Okay.
What?
Okay,
You're
this is
not
how you
trying
get
to
your arm in.
depopulate Earth. You're not Masons.
Listen to
Except-
him. Listen to
This is
him.
how you get. This is how you get your arm in. You have to cut a hole in the door.
You do.
Why are you laughing?
Got a
This
hole.
is
I don't know.
like-
I don't know why you're laughing.
I'm
I don't know why he's
Why are you
laughing.
laughing? I don't know. This is incredibly serious.
So you guys,
Listen, taking over my brain. Shit.
Listen, here's what you have to do. Okay, you know how the microwave will only turn on if the door's closed, correct? Ulrich, you
well,
there?
yeah, it depends on what you do with it. Basically, you can do a lot of things
Well,
with it yourself.
if you break a hole, in the middle of it, and you put your arm through it, you'll be fine because it'll turn on anyway, as long as the door's shut.
But let me keep it clear that I think that you're joking, right? I mean,
I'm
people
not.
are not. Well, I'm not gonna cook myself in a fucking microwave, and the centipedes are not in my arm; they're in the throat.
They're not in your arm. No, it's a different case then. You didn't specify. Normally they're in your arm.
I thought it was
You didn't
armed
specify.
centipedes. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Um,
In that case, you're screwed.
Yeah, we don't know the
well,
solution
perhaps
to that.
as a last
Well-
resort, then if
There's
it works,
one
then
way.
I'll still give you the $150. I really
Oh,
will.
but like I
swear.
promise you, I used to have them in my arm. It fixed it. I promise you. I wouldn't listen.
Okay.
All right, Stronger is he's my advocate. He's my Alcoholics Anonymous advocates in
No,
support.
honestly, him and I, completely different views. I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but I can advocate that he had centipedes all over his arm. He microwaved it, 10 seconds, 29 hertz, 30 hertz, eliminated all the centipedes. It was so intense, they were crawling. I could see them crawling out of his arm. It was crazy.
Uh-huh.
I was like, these globalists, they have to be joking at this point.
I think that's impossible that there are no centipedes that can crawl out of your arm. I think that's impossible. So I doubt it.
How?
No, you're not at the same level.
Listen, we're thinking of different centipedes. There's armed centipedes, there's brain bugs, there's different things, okay?
Yeah, HIMEMS also hybrid insect microelectric mechanical systems. And you could
Yes,
also
exactly.
argue
Exactly.
it's
I thought we were
inhumane
talking
to
about
the
different
animals.
things. Ulrich, I want you to look me in the eye. I want to apologize to you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mislead you. I thought we were talking about armed centipedes. You're gonna need different hertz for brain
Apology
bugs. I don't know
accepted.
about that.
I think you're quite humorous, and I really love that I'm conversing with you guys in the States. I think it's really cool that this is possible, and Yeah. I advocate arming yourselves to be able to defend yourselves against people that want to depopulate Earth and anybody else that wants to commit crimes to benefit themselves, you know. And I'm for.
Exactly.
Are you guys for arresting?
I'm doing my. All right,
Arresting
everybody.
a committee of 300 members.
Stances. Liberty, freedom, stance.
It's just.
Donate it.
Oh, Superman.
Listen, can you listen? No, answer me. Can you whip? Can you dab? Can you pipe it up, not stab? Can you hit that sexy walk? Leg up, leg down.
I'm not wearing underwear, so I can't do that live now. Unless I wear some pants, then I can do a dance. Do the hokey pokey, whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to enjoy my pipe, so for now I'm just gonna think about. I would like to know more about Discord. Is it just a chat thing, or?
Chat with each other. We chat with each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there are also
pretty
chicks.
cool, though.
There are also chicks on Discord.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, there's so much pussy to slay, bro.
Also in the Netherlands. Only in the US or also in the Netherlands?
Oh, it's all over the world.
All over the world.
Okay.
China, Indonesia, Australia, Papua New Guinea, Netherlands,
Perhaps I can jot down your names.
Amsterdam, Brussels, Moscow, Kiev, everywhere.
So you're Sean, and the other dudes are left top corner. The ladies also want to know this, of course. Who is the guy in the left top corner? And the other two guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Olsen. Yeah, because we can come together via this Skype, via the internet more often if we get good ideas, you know, to discuss and get better ideas. And do you have any idea what the next false flag will be, for example? Olsen and the other two names are?
The next false flag, well, New York City, I live in New York City. If it disappears within the next few days, you know, I'm still alive, by the way. I'm uncovering this. But New York City might just disappear.
Well, perhaps it's the last thing to disappear.
They might do a false flag saying Kim nuked it, but really it's still there to start a war.
Exactly. You know Sandy Hook. Remember Sandy Hook? That's a false flag, right?
They say so, yeah.
It's for gun control. They're trying to take away my Second Amendment.
Listen,
Well, I think
this is exactly
we'll see
what
more
they're trying to do.
gun-related crimes. They're pushing their illegal gun ban, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
we have another
exactly.
friend of ours. He's currently he has to remain anonymous. I don't think he can turn on his webcam.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. Due to reasons of safety and my concern, I'm not going to be able to turn on my camera, especially since it would reveal my location, which at this time,
To the Jesuits.
yes, at this time it needs to remain hidden.
He's on an island. That's all I can say.
That's
Okay.
all we can say.
Or a continent. I don't know.
All right, and
If you think about it, continents are just really big islands.
I mean,
Really
like,
makes you think.
I just had like that kind of gave me
Anonymous. Are you watching the stream right now?
I just tuned in.
Well,
I haven't
What-
muted,
what
but
can
I'm
he-
watching.
what can Anonymous tell us? Is there anything we
I don't
should
know.
know at the moment?
he has integrated himself into the Freemason temple, the Mason temple. He's actually undercover right now. Ask him anything.
Have you witnessed the Masons doing human sacrifice? Is the first thing that pops into my mind, basically.
I'm unfortunately not I'm not high enough of a level of esteem to have seen these acts, but the higher ups do say that this does happen, so I can confirm that. I don't know if it happens, but they say it does, so I'm going to assume it does, because you know the Freemasons, they're unfortunately, sadly enough, true to their word when it comes to Masonic acts. In fact, I think the most disturbing thing I've seen is there's where I'm located, one of the meetings we had was in a local business basement, and it's a very big business, $1 billion industry. I mean, I've revealed too much there, but anyway, they have they have children lined up on the wall, and there's about 20 children on about a 40-foot wall, and they're spaced apart evenly, and they're on each wall, so there's 40 children, 40 feet walls, so do you see the image I'm trying to describe to you?
Yeah,
and
I've
they
heard...
demonstrated.
Yeah.
And the way they demonstrated, this was like a thing they did to like boast their power and like their esteem, and they also did this for, what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
I think he knows what you're saying. Like, let's not assume he's an amateur. In this
It's similar to what people in the Netherlands have said about Bilderbergers hunting down children in the forest and putting their penises on the walls as trophies.
Yes, very similar.
So that's what it reminded me of. And there's also a video of that, but that is not accessible to everyone. Then you have to have a certain login password or whatever. So they can also abuse YouTube for this stuff, basically.
I don't know if this is certain, but I think Anonymous has the password.
I have the password.
He has the password.
I have the password.
Is it to Kane, Jabulon? What is it? A password for what?
I can put it in there for the Bilderberger. 1 second. Right
the
there.
Bilderberger
I've
website.
Now that did work before, but I can't guarantee that will work now, right? Because they're on this stuff,
They change it every day. They change it around.
They change it around. There's proof of this, and I'm not telling you there's not proof of this. There is proof of this, all right?
Well, you're on camera, so I don't know if it's a good idea to give it to everyone.
All right, no. Don't do it.
No, we can't give it to everyone.
See, the thing is,
but if it changes daily, then it's no problem. If it changes daily anyway, like code white or whatever.
See, the password changes not daily, but every 8 hours. And see, because they know that everyone who's going to access the password also probably has deep root access within the server mainframe, which may or may not be located in Westland Europe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I heard Westwood, New Jersey is actually a big center for a lot of...
Oh, yeah, there's a Masonic temple in Westwood, New Jersey.
There's a server in the Masonic...
Yes.
Listen, hey, Ulrich,
Ulrich,
what's worse than you? Ulrich, I want you to tell me, what do you think is more evil? The Jews, the Freemasons, or the Jesuits?
I would have to go for the Jesuits because they are responsible if they control the intelligence agencies, which is according to the Citizens Action Network
like
thing.
the Mossad.
Also Mossad, they control Mossad as well. All the intelligence agencies. So
I have actually met a Mossad agent before. I'm not even joking. I've actually met one before. I can tell you some things if you want to ask me.
Yeah, cool. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please do.
Mossad. You're talking about Benjamin.
Ask ahead.
Assassination, alienation.
They killed Kennedy. I'll tell you that much.
What do you know about? Well, for example, the WTC, it was demolished with thermite. That's clear.
Yes.
You can see the explosives going.
Here, 1 second.
But lots of people are trying to blame the
found
Jews.
the
I think
thermite
that's
residue.
ridiculous.
They found the thermite residue.
You cannot blame the whole group of Jewish people as a whole for something that the Jesuits and Masons can only do. But some people don't
actually see. There's something that you might want to know, and this is something that not a lot of people know. Is that once you are introduced into the Masonic lodges, they actually give new recruits, such as myself.
Right across the river from New York City.
Thank you for so rudely interrupting, as I may continue.
And
they actually give you a brief history.
And he was on the World Trade Center thing, alright? This is actually an iron cross forged from the steel of the World Trade Center
This is how the Jesuits make fun of the victims of 9/11. They make crosses out of the steel.
Yeah, they were telling my dad, he's an iron worker. They were telling him, make crosses out of the steel. Because you know what they're doing? They're going to the Catholic churches and they're putting the crosses in there. Now my dad got one of them. He was at the site when he saw a blow up. There was no plane. It was a fucking explosive device. Alright, and my dad has video that would prove this. But he knows he's going to release him when he dies, because if He knows that if he releases it now, they're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him. He was right there on the ground as it happened. All right. And I mean, this right here. This is the proof. All right. This was carved with thermite. It was carved with thermite. There's no.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Ulrich?
Steel can be melded like this, welded like this.
What do you think about that?
Well, he's saying that that's material from the WC. I don't believe that it was carved by thermite, that there was an explosion and boof, you have a cross, basically.
Well,
I don't buy that. That's his story.
That's not what he meant.
No. See, there's highly specific, highly scientific mathematical process that goes into it. You have to understand, these people and these individuals have insane amounts of resource. They can do that.
Do you know how thermite is created, Ulrich?
Well, I hope it's not then, or whatever.
It's aluminum powder. It's aluminum powered iron oxide, right? When you combine these two, you actually create thermite. And when they used the thermite on the buildings, the World Trade Centers that killed and depopulated those buildings, they ended up creating rubble. And what they told iron workers to, they didn't literally carve out a thermite, but they basically did when they brought the building down. Okay, what they did was they made crosses to hang up in Jesuit churches to mock the victims of World Trade Center, to show the world, just because that's how evil these people are.
This is from floor 54. This is, it's very heavy, all right? There's no way that anyone normal can carve this, all right? This takes insane technology.
It's like Damascus steel, okay?
This is Damascus steel right here, right? I mean, it's, this is the kind of stuff that they don't sell this in the dollar store. Right?
They don't sell. I have to agree with Loftus. They don't sell that.
They don't sell this in the dollar store. I'll tell you that much. Right? I gotta put this back downstairs.
Maybe have invested in storage.
I actually have a great report of one of the politicians who died during 9/11. This is Michael Imperial.
Listen, do you think it's a coincidence that half of the victims of 9/11 were members of the Sopranos cast?
Well, how about Skull and Bones involvement? Perhaps it's better not to talk about this. Of course, you can always say, I don't want to talk about it, or change the subject to whatever you want about talking anything else.
I see a van outside. I'm done.
Alright. Well, perhaps I should go anonymous. I have a new fucking mask. It broke, so actually cool about this one is this, you can, I don't know if you can all see this.
Alright, can you turn on your microphone? Can you turn on your video and Skype? We can't see you.
Yes, you need to on the video, please. I would request you do that.
Okay. I thought I had it on. Basic, then I'm in the middle. Alright. This is the new anonymous mask with the neon.
Your video's not on.
It should be on. I think it's on.
No,
for me.
It's not on. We don't see
I really, it's on.
Oh, you mean for you guys? Well, I think that might be too much. You can see me on the channel. On my live channel.
But that's not in real time. It's not in real time. Just turn it on in Skype.
I can test if that would work. Video on. Can you guys see me now? I've turned it on.
There it is. Oh, it just went on. Oh.
Wait, yeah, like
Let's see if that breaks off the broadcast. So this is the mask, and you can also put it in other modes. I'm gonna do a review of this mask, probably. And it needs NLU batteries, or good batteries, otherwise it won't work.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's not, your video's not coming on. You need to change your settings.
Sorry to interrupt with that, it's not important. Well, yeah, I need to change my settings. I can do that now or some other time. You can see me live on YouTube, so then perhaps it's best not to do that, otherwise it gets disconnected and shit.
I'm gonna actually enlighten you with this. I don't know if you're aware of this, but unfortunately, various organizations, at which point I will not name due to blowing my cover, will start to target individuals with these masks in the streets using the police force. So you may want to keep that in mind next time you equip such wear.
It's true.
Well,
I was walking around Emerson near the Stop and Shop, right? Right near this kid's house, Mike Corcoran. He's a good kid. Anyways, I was near his house, and I saw the Westwood police roll up next to me. It's weird because I was in Emerson, I wasn't in Westwood. Next thing you know, they just get out of the car and they just start beating. They just start beating me, and I still have the bruises to prove it.
I have a broken arm because of my involvement in.
Yeah, no, and they do this stuff, and guess what? There's nothing we can do about it. We can't sue them in civil court because they own the court.
They are the court.
They are the court. They're judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to these types of things. All right, it's insane. I don't even know how to begin to describe
Here in New York, some of the two biggest attorneys in the state, Salino and Barnes.
Yes.
They're Freemasons. They don't even pretend that they're not.
Yes, Salino and Barnes are the most corrupt people I've dealt with in my life. If you want to get a case done, it has to go through Salino and Barnes.
And don't even get me started on the Bogdanov brothers.
Yeah, don't get me started on Shia LaBeouf. All right, there's so much stuff we haven't even began to cover. All right, it's insane.
I've discovered that the camera is used by my Open Broadcaster software, so I cannot show you my cam on Skype.
I see.
And the other thing is I'm trying to get these other screens off so I can see you guys full screen, but it's I have to discover what button to push to get this full screen again. What? Fuck, how do I close these things with Skype? Oh, here's this button, perhaps. Yeah, this one, close one, and then this one. Yeah! Wow, so good.
Yeah!
Alright. Yes, I'm trying to follow what you guys are saying. I will probably review this broadcast after it's recorded, so then I will be able to listen to what you said and understand it better, basically. So I was busy with it. I was trying to get my camera to work for you all, but that doesn't work when I'm using it with OBS already. So then I need a second camera. So yeah, well, what I think about the WTC is that the Jesuits are the only ones that could have pulled it off.
Ulrich, wait. I have a solution. Did you know that when you use Skype, when you use your webcam in Skype, it shows up on your stream. So if you turn off your face in OBS, it'll show up in Skype as well. Think about that. You can see your own videos in Skype.
I don't know about that though. I mean, I don't really mind that he's not.
All right. That's a little bit dissenting there. I don't like that dissent.
Anyway.
Well, I think he's right though. So what? I don't know his name, but I think that the camera is used when you have OBS on. Then the camera is taken no matter what you do. But the other dude may we can try it, okay. So
you know what? Don't even worry about it. What were you gonna say about the World Trade Centers? Don't even worry about it.
Can you see me now? I've turned off my camera in the middle, and probably you still can't see me. Can you guys see me via Skype now? Probably not. It should take the default camera. So I was also wondering how to change the default camera, but
all right.
For now
you can go to call. All right, go to the top of your settings, click on call, go under audio settings, and then go to video settings, and you can change what webcam you're using.
No, I already did that. You can see it live in the YouTube broadcast. Then it's grayed out because the camera is already used, the default camera here, to settings, and then.
All right, don't worry about it. I want to hear what you think about 9/11. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I think I already said it. It's analyzed by Professor Jones, not Alex Jones. Do you think that Alex Jones has controlled the position, or are you InfoWars people yourselves?
No, Alex Jones. I don't think so. I think Alex Jones.
Alex Jones is actually, and I'm sorry to tell you this, Alex Jones is actually a plant. However, the thing is, it's
He's
true.
Bill Hicks. He's Bill Hicks.
He's Bill Hicks.
He is Bill. It's the same dude.
Yeah.
He is Bill Hicks. What do you mean by that? Alex Jones is Bill Hicks.
He took his identity.
He took Bill Hicks's identity. Oh yeah.
Listen,
real Alex.
I thought you meant Bill Maher.
I want you to look it up. Ulrich, I want you to look this up for me. Look up Bill Hicks, Alex Jones, and go and just see what you see.
They look similar, but I think the different guys. I think that they look similar.
No, they're not.
I think so. Michelle Obama may have a penis, but I think that I've studied it before, also in a live broadcast. There are people that claim that Alex Jones is Bill Hicks, the same dude about Go Back to Sleep America, etc. With We Want Your Soul song. That's also cool to play. We can't play that live, that sucks.
That really sucks.
Yeah. But that's the way it is. Are you guys monetizing your videos? Are you broadcasting on YouTube also?
No, we're just hanging out, like I said. We're just chilling out.
Yeah,
chilling. Okay. I've bought this new. Well, I don't want to advocate smoking to anybody, but I bought a new thing with a bowl, and it has.
Don't worry, we all smoke here. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good.
Don't worry, bro. I've gone green already.
The oldest people in the world were smokers, so okay, then perhaps you're more like-minded. We're more like-minded than we know. Basically, that's cool. But it would be cooler to have some hot chicks in it as well. If I could organize some hot chicks from the Netherlands and you guys.
We're gonna get some hot chicks in here.
Yeah, then I can bring my girlfriend.
And how many can broadcast simultaneously? How many people?
Silver.
As many as you want.
On Skype. So we could have 100 people live broadcasting via
a billion people.
Really?
A billion, yes.
I doubt it. You cannot see
it.
You cannot show a billion cams. I mean, I don't know what the limitation is.
Can't show 100 either.
Hypothetically, you could.
Hypothetically, they'd be 1 pixel sized windows. Hypothetically.
Add Sean.
So I bought the VP300. It's basically an electronic vaporizer, and it has this cool bowl, and that gets filled with smoke, and then you have a long hose that you can suck out.
Shot online.
And it is you can Google it, so you can find it online. But that's what I thought was cool about it, basically. But okay, it's best not to take, for example, tobacco with additives in it. It has to be additive free. I think that chemicals are very bad, and they cause cancer.
I grow my own tobacco.
This is a jewel, alright? This is just nicotine. You know?
Welcome, Patrick Quigley. It's my brother. Listen, this is my brother, Patrick Quigley.
Oh,
say hello.
Peace to you.
I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm Brian Stronger.
Brian. All right. Mike, Brian, and Mike. Did I hear this correctly?
Brian, yeah.
What was that?
So the 4 main guys that called first are Sean, Olsen, Brian, and Mike. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm Sean. Sean Quigley.
Okay.
I also go by the alias Goldberg.
Goldberg. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Are you a fan of the Goldberg variations, of also played by Glenn Gould, etc., or is it just a name you've chosen, Goldberg?
It's a name.
Okay. All right.
I won't tell you my name, but I will give you my code name that these guys refer to me as. My code name is Sin Swallower 88.
Sin Swallower 88. Oh wow. Oh, perhaps I should also get a code name and stuff. But I first have to relax. We all have to breathe.
We can call you Cum Bunny.
Cum Bunny. Well, that's not masculine enough.
No, not bunny. That sounds weird. But
Alright.
White
Come
rabbit,
there.
perhaps, or something. Commandeer. Well, don't we all want to be
Genius.
Superman or whatever? Superman. Commandeer, I liked it best so far. But it's not important.
you can be Commandeer, the orgasmic oracle.
You can call me whatever you like. Ah, that's super cool. You remind me of the dude of X-Files, basically, a bit. The right top.
I like that.
I kind of go for the Twilight Zone kind of like aura, you know what I mean? You ever watch Twilight Zone? That's kind of like me.
What I'm kind of going for is like a badass, you know, with my cigarette, except it's not a cigarette, it's a jewel, and it looks like a flash drive.
They call me Vic Mackey. That's my code name on the streets.
Was smoke really coming out of that thing?
What? Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a flash drive, yeah, and then smoke came out. It's funny.
No, yeah. It's a jewel.
Cool.
It's jewel.
Okay. Yeah, so we cannot play music and stuff, but we can, of course, talk more about global government plans.
I have a video for you. I'm going to link it. Do not watch it on stream because it's explicit. I don't want your channel to get shut down because of the fact that you're spreading some really valuable information here. But you need to... Later on, please watch this video. It's actual footage of a Masonic Illuminati ritual.
Oh yeah, I think I may have seen that already. With the dancing chick also at the beginning or whatever? The blonde dancing chick. Oh yeah.
I believe so. There are very different versions of this because it's been leaked so many times, so I don't know if that's the original version with the dancing in it, but it still has most of the footage, I believe. The important part.
It is explicit though, so do not open it on stream. That's important.
Perhaps it's best to infiltrate them to become a Mason and then work it from there.
He is a Mason. He is a Mason.
But
Anonymous is a Mason.
And then you can still lead the anti-global government movement. I mean, I've thought about the idea of not having any leader of the movement. I erected it a while ago, but there are many anti-NWO movements. Are you guys part of any movement?
Yes, I'm in the European Skinhead Army.
And the other men? You men are you also in an army?
I'm in the Taisei Yokusenkai. It's a alt-right gamer group.
Really?
You know what the European Skinhead Army is?
But you're not a skinhead, so I doubt it sincerely. With Sean.
Me and Mr. Loftus were the North Skinhead of Jersey.
That was a good chip. That was a good chip.
Okay. Are you also...
How can this be dairy-free? How do you make a fig bar dairy-free? How does that work?
How can you make a person dairy-free when everyone produces milk?
Guys, I'm gonna have to bid you guys farewell for right now.
Oh, I got socks.
I bid thee farewell.
Well,
all right, let's do our farewell ritual.
I bet people are not listening to you enough.
All right, farewell ritual. Nay, nay.
I just want a satanic peace sign.
Whip.
Sign off. Signing off.
Peace out.
I wasn't aware they did this. They didn't tell me about this. I wasn't told.
Are you any of you using alcohol? Then I have to switch off the stream. No, I'm kidding. But are you using alcohol or not?
Oh.
It's a bad idea to use that with
fried cooches.
Yeah, fried cooches.
Yes. Well, to be fair, when you're a Mason and you see the shit I see every day, you kind of have to have a way to ease the pain. So, you know, that's unfortunate. I drink Everclear every day.
This is the only liquid I drink.
Purified drinking water. But it's in a plastic bottle. Perhaps it's better to buy a filter.
No, I filter it before. No, this isn't plastic. This is polyphenol. It's something that I create. Don't worry about it.
Polyphenylene.
I think it's polyphenylene, yes.
No bisphenol A, whatever. Okay. So we'll have to see what President Trump decides on the I.A.E.A. stuff. But that would be an important event if something would happen in that direction.
Ulrich,
yeah.
The gamers, we have to call Applebee's. So we're gonna have to leave your stream. I apologize.
Yeah, we have to.
Applebee's.
Yeah, we're gonna be calling Applebee's. Yes.
Do you ever wonder why the food's so bad and low quality? It's because they can make it quickly. Because you see, Applebee's actually pumps brainwave-inducing chemicals into their food, and they manufacture it to be as fast and cheap as possible to shield as fast as they can. That's why they're so popular. It's not because their food's good. It's not because their atmosphere is good. It's not. It's a hellhole. But the reason that they do that is so they can put chemicals in the food to induce people into being a more malleable state for the globalization.
I can confirm that.
And propaganda.
I can confirm that they're dumbing down the populace to depopulate the populace. That's their main goal. To control the 500 million of us that are left.
Exactly.
With synthetic telepathy, totally.
And Applebee's is one of the many tools they use to do it.
To enslave everybody but themselves, basically, and they do it by sabotage and murder and illegal means.
Yes!
Secret societies, and they have to be arrested, or you have to go out there yourselves and take action, so that because they control the judges with these directed energy weapons, so the legal system cannot be used. If you want to achieve anything, you have to do it yourself. I'm not going to say anything illegal on this because I'm monetizing and stuff.
That's why, we need to assassinate every prime minister of every country in Europe.
No, I'm talking about Masons and Jesuits. And only if they are proven murderers, then you're an executioner. And otherwise you lower yourself to the state of murderer, basically. But you're also more talking in an entertainment. You're not taking it too seriously, which I think is a good idea, to keep it in the entertainment section, so that the knowledge is spread.
Well, of course, I'm joking. Wink, wink.
I already got that.
I don't know. I don't know. I know these guys are a bit of clowns, but I'm dead serious, and everything I say is 100%. They're not making anything about me yet. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. All of the stuff is very important that you need all
this point I can prove, and I will prove if given a chance. Right?
So, but are you guys united? That skinhead thing is also not real, I guess. Are you guys united in any way with a group or something I can join or whatever? That others can join?
Official Discord.
You can join the skinheads.
Okay.
You already have the haircut. I'll
check it.
Recently, but yeah, we're all skinheads.
I'm not a skinhead.
Well,
he's not a skinhead because he's trying to keep up looks in the Masonic order.
I want to change myself into Medusa, so that's why I cut my hair, and it's then only centipedes will form my hair. Basically, that's the idea.
Everyone in the Masonic lodges has hair that's exactly 4 inches long.
Oh wow!
That's a very specific number. It's a very specific number.
Yeah, it's
1488.
Okay.
Represent.
And who is this other dude you want to call? Can you?
No, he's been here. He's gone.
He's gone already. But I thought you had to leave me for something else or whatever. Leave my YouTube podcast.
Applebee's.
Oh yeah, Applebee's. That's right, Applebee's.
So
Yeah,
on YouTube.
it's kind of top secret. We're gonna have to call. We're gonna have to leave you if we're gonna call them.
Anything you want to say to the YouTube viewers of my channel, Universal Peace
Yes.
Channel?
Yes.
I say, invest in gold. That's the only thing that's gonna get us out of this mess. Invest in bullets, because when we take out the Jews of the Federal Reserve, that's also gonna take us out of the mess. And invest in some chloroform, fertilizer, and make some bombs. Because when we blow up the Jesuit churches, that's also gonna get us out.
Here's how you make a homemade bomb. I'm gonna tell you how. Okay. All you have to do is get acetone and hydrogen peroxide. That's all you need, and you mix it, and you put it in salty ice water, and you mix it, and then within 2 hours, you have a thin gel at the bottom. Here's what you got to do: you got to heat that up. And what do you do when you heat that up? You put it in, and it becomes powder, thin powder, and it's got a nickname. It's called the Mother of Satan. Okay, it's very dangerous. But you get this thin caked powder. You put it in a pipe. You fill it with nails. You throw it at a Jesuit or a Freemason. Pow, bam, gonzo. They're gone. That's all I gotta say.
Wow, that's really something. Well, perhaps I also need to check urine bomb, basically, if people are locked up by criminals, and basically then I don't know what you'd need.
We're
for
not
that.
criminals. We're not criminals.
And I thought hydrogen chloride or whatever. That's no.
You need hydrochloric acid, hydrogen peroxide, and you need acetone.
It's in some cleaning agent. But the question
Yes,
is,
but
what
the chemicals inside of it.
isn't for example, crossbow or guns and stuff? Isn't that much more effective? You can have a bigger range, less
Well,
risk
I would
that you could
say
damage
crossbows
yourself.
are pretty effective. However, a bomb can kill more people. It's just a fact. More Jesuits, more Freemasons to kill.
And it's better for defense. You don't have to get on the front lines
Exactly.
when they're attacking your compound in the woods.
900 miles from civilization. Exactly.
Whatever
why would you be close?
we need to do to create a timeline for the people of planet Earth that they want to take away, basically, is what we have to do. But if they are scanning the human mind, then it may be impossible to use these things anyway. If they have these directed energy weapons, then the people that really control them with the torture, with directed energy weapon torture, cannot be defeated. They have. So that's a problem that I regularly think about when I'm tortured also.
Have you ever been gang stalked? Have you ever been gang stalked?
Well, people that I didn't know attacked me in Amsterdam and other places for no reason. But that's not really gang stalking, I guess. Though they might talk about it.
I've been attacked by
Gaslight.
darts. I'm gonna show you. Look at my arm. Listen. It's hard to see.
But how do I know you are not the guys doing this stuff? How do I know you are not the people doing that stuff? You know, we also have to be able to prove ourselves to others.
Because if I were working with them, why would I be telling you all of this information? Listen, why would he tell you Masonic secrets? Why would Anonymous here tell you Masonic secrets if we were just messing with you? If we were with them?
Right.
Riddle me that. Riddle me that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if I can help with my broadcast, I think that I'm now monetizing, so that might get me more viewers. Also, that I've made clear that I'm not an anti-Semite and why not, etc. And that I'm really attempting to do the right thing.
I mean, I hate the Jews, but, you know, to each his own. To each his own.
Well, there are definitely some Jewish people out there that I love, so I can't say I hate them all. It's definitely not the case.
Name one good Jew. Name one. One.
Ben Shapiro.
The X-Files dude was really... I enjoyed watching X-Files also. Who? I don't know Ben Shapiro. I guess he's what? Is he Federal Reserve or Ben Shapiro? I've heard the name before, I think. Other good Jews.
He's a base Jew on TV.
Base Jew.
He stands by Israel and Trump.
Uh-huh. Okay, then I can check him out as well if I can recall it. Yeah, and there are lots of Jewish actors and musicians that I love. Satie also has made some nice music. It's a kind of...
you know who my favorite composer is?
Yeah? No?
Kodak Black. Am I right, guys? Am I right?
I
Give
would
me a
never
clap for
guess
Kodak Black.
Because I don't know him. Well,
I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Then Applebee's.
Yeah, well, I think this is much nicer than the New York Times article that I'm covering. But it would be cool if you can call me at the broadcast, when I'm not broadcasting basically, others also. Then I can set up the broadcast and give it a title. I could also change the title of my broadcast, of course, so I think of that now, so it's no problem. Okay, so what's coming up? What's their agenda, you think? You're snacking. Perhaps it's, I should talk about what I think their agenda is then. More ISIS attacks, more shootings to push their illegal gun ban, and sanctioning Iran, basically, which will drive up cancer oil prices. And perhaps also weather weapons and earthquakes are used. Some people talked about Yellowstone. Nobody will suspect Yellowstone volcano eruption. and these natural quakes always have a preamble that is missing on the seismographs if they're man-made quakes, according to one source online. But that source also claims that they can make the earthquakes another way, so that it does have the preamble. Perhaps they can also simulate that. So perhaps we should also think about proving stuff that they're doing, and build a scalar detector, make their voice-to-skull messages audible, and destroy the brain control machine. You know, just like in the movies Take Over, like in V, we have to infiltrate and radiate to prevent them from killing of 7 billion of us with these weapons of self-destruction, mainly directed energy weapons and other stuff that they really don't want us to talk about. So usually people don't talk about that stuff. A little dude, I think, or a child, baby, was visible. Oh, I thought, are you guys studying, if I may ask? You don't have to answer any questions, of course.
What's the deal?
Are you students?
Every day. I'm not a formal student. I'm already out of college.
No, I own a business.
I'm studying the protocols of the Elders of Zion.
I own 30% of a major biomedical company, basically.
Well, even if it's a fake document, it might still be their plan. You are working in the city, you say? Sorry? I didn't understand what you were saying. You are working already. So, are you a father? Left up...
I'll be right back.
Sean? Sean is right back, okay.
Sean, he's playing with his child.
With his what?
Yeah, he's got a good deal with this kid.
Yeah. Oh, it's his son, okay. Well, if I would have a child, I would also waste a lot of time on it and pamper it and stuff like that. So, I guess that you guys have a good background. You're not from satanic family or whatever. Are you Christian families members? Is your family Christian? Let me put it that way. Or believers?
Neo-pagan.
Neo-paganism.
Yeah, neo-pagan.
Yeah.
So perhaps the real do-gooders and intelligent people have to be unbelievers or atheists, etc. But neo-paganism, that's another type of, what was that again? I'd have to think here. It sounds kind of cool, neo-pagan. What is a neo-pagan? Could you explain what a neo-pagan is?
Explain, Sean.
Alright, I'm going to, unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave. I've got to be somewhere by 6:15 my time. I should give you a hint of where I am. I'm not going to drop it immediately, but if you're going to connect to pieces, they won't. Anyway, so I'm out. You have a good one, everyone, and stay smart.
Okay. Peace. I don't know who hung up. There was another caller. Okay, that was the other dude.
What?
So one of you is a neo-pagan.
Tell us
and
about neo-pagan.
Yeah, neo-paganism. I can Google it. Perhaps
I'm a neo-pagan. What's the question?
He wants you to describe what it is.
Basically, we believe in nature as a force, and nature as a force can be characterized in elements such as gods, Odin, Wotan, Freya. Alright? And we are anti-Christ cuck. First of all, we hate Christ cucks. Very anti-Jesuit.
Okay. Well, that sounds interesting, yes.
Indeed.
So you do believe, well, basically you could argue you don't believe in entities, but that forces of nature can be seen as entities, and then you can label them as such.
Yes.
You could argue. Oh, wow, that's interesting, yes. But nowadays you have these directed energy weapons and shit, and the voice of God weapon. And I think almost nobody is exposing this, basically, and fake messiah coming, etc.
Well, exactly, yeah.
So I think that's continuously going on, this synthetic telepathy and directed energy weapon torture, etc. That it must be ended, and we must think about healing things. Start breathing. Breathe, that's the idea. If you breathe, you get more oxygen in your brain and you get better ideas. First, relax and try to sense the future and what we must convey to the world via our YouTube channel, basically.
Exactly.
And what do you guys think of the PewDiePie?
I don't like him, personally.
He's perfect.
He's perfect. He's perfect.
Furfesh? What? I don't know the term. But
Can you explain Furfash, please?
I doubt if he has that many views, basically. I doubt it, because I've seen his broadcast and I really didn't like it either. I think there are lots of better channels on YouTube. And you have also got these wonderful collections of...
Oh my god.
He looks cool.
I have to go. Emergency. I gotta go. Also on board. I'll be in the Discord.
But he is cool. I mean, alright. Well, this is very fast. Okay, then we can continue the New York Times article. Wow, this was really exciting. I really like talking with these guys. Very interesting. So I hope to hear more from them, and also I will check out Discord. So thanks for calling me. I really appreciate it. Peace, and I hope you guys have a nice female to make love with and stuff. And single ladies are welcome for that free shiatsu hand massage, of course. So I hope to build up some viewers with monetization. So let's continue reading the article where we left off. Trump says he's made a decision on Iran nuclear deal. So let's continue that. We read about that President Trump said that the deal was, quote, an embarrassment for the United States, unquote. The New York Times quote. Though they've also made two grammatical errors that I've covered in my broadcast. So, and it is mainstream media, so I don't take it too seriously either. But let's read the rest of the article. I don't want to completely trash the New York Times.
Nations said on Wednesday that Mr. Trump's speech to the General Assembly should not be interpreted as a clear signal he plans to withdraw from the deal, but that it showed that he was clearly not happy with it. In an interview with CBS News, Ms. Haley said that given Iran's other activities, the United States was not safer because of the deal, and that Mr. Rouhani should do more to curb Tehran's behavior. I think what he needs to do is, instead of focusing on us leaving the agreement, he needs to start following the rules, she said.
So basically it's you are the global government movement, and of course you can keep secret that you are anti-global government movement. Perhaps those are the best of us. But with brain scanning going on, etc., I try to document as much as possible from what as to what they did to me, and the depopulation plans, and what my physical condition is, etc. And I suggest you all do the same if you are a targeted individual. And in my opinion, everybody without a Tesla plasma shield is a targeted individual TI. So let's continue the NY Times.
He's got to stop smuggling arms. He's got to stop all of the meddling they're doing over the Middle East. Stop the ballistic missile testing. He is not keeping his end of the deal, and what he's trying to do is put it on us. But we have to keep it on him.
CPU usage at 99%. I wonder what's causing that. Ooh. Okay. Task manager. So I doubt if this totals 97% CPU. Computer fan is also pretty much fanning. This is using 17.6% of my CPU. So I think the reading is not correct. This one's on 98 and this one's on 100%. And it started after the Skype ended, basically. Ah, there it goes. Okay. Oh no, okay. Could it be they are hacking my PC via Skype or whatever? I just well, there's nothing visible on this thing anyway, so it's not too bad. Okay, let's continue the article with 100% CPU usage then.
Other Trump advisors sent mixed signals about whether Mr. Trump would pull out of the agreement or seek to revise it. Secretary of State Tillerson suggested that Mr. Trump might try to renegotiate. The president really wants to redo that deal, he told Fox News on Tuesday. We do need the support, I think, of our allies, the European allies and others, to make the case as well to Iran that this deal really has to be revisited. He focused on the provision that allows the deal to expire in a decade. If we're going to stick with the Iran deal, there has to be changes made to it, Mr. Tillerson said. The sunset provision simply is not.
So I want to report that CPU usage went down to 50%. The computer fan also stopped blowing. Now it's 31. It's hopping between high and low. I've turned off virtual DJ, so I might do a restart. But cool that people called me in the broadcast. People can also ask me more questions. I should have asked them for the definition of peace, basically, or universal peace. How would you define universal peace? And we can always have some questions that we can always ask if people call us in the broadcast and stuff like that. So these guys might already have girlfriends, and it's really about uniting and doing what they really have to do to survive whatever it is others have planned for us all. Alright. Continue the reading. It's almost finished already, and I can reflect upon what we have read. If I can remember any of it, basically.
A sensible way forward. It's just simply, as I say, kicking the can down the road again for someone in the future to have to deal with. Representative Ed Royce of California, the Republican chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, suggested it would be better to make the agreement work rather than pull out altogether. I think we should enforce the hell out of the agreement and thereby force compliance on the part of Iran, Mr. Royce said on CNN on Tuesday. He noted that once sanctions were lifted, Iran recovered funds that had been frozen in the West, so pulling out now would not recover lost leverage. They now have this money, Mr. Royce said. And so in a way, the toothpaste is out of the tube, but Gov. Chris Christie of New Jersey, a frequent outside advisor to Mr. Trump, said he expected the president to pull out of the Iran deal. I am just telling you that I know the guy for the last 15 years, he said, and if I had to guess, that's my guess of what's going to happen, because of what I've heard him say during the campaign and what I think he believes philosophically, which is a bad deal is worse than no deal. Mr. Christie made his comments at a conference hosted by United Against Nuclear Iran, an advocacy group, according to the Jewish Insider newsletter. Follow Peter Baker on Twitter at PeterBaker8 and Samani Sengupta at Samani Sengupta. Rick Gladstone contributed reporting.
So, I'm looking at the dollar bill basically, and that should show, I know there's an owl somewhere on it, and perhaps also PJ the little demon, which is in fact from a Bohemian Grove flyer. Bohemian PJ Demon.
Bohemian PJ Demon.
So actually it's on this flyer here, on the left side somewhere. Here we see where the owl is located. And this is basically they're about sacrificing children. Oh, here it's better visible on this t-shirt. Sweeper PJ inspired by the little creature featured on a Bohemian Grove program retrieved by. So Alex Jones basically has to have insiders to get in, and I've covered Alex Jones being controlled opposition, shill they call him, also gatekeeper, in my previous broadcasts. So yeah, I think it would be wise to join my movement. And it's your movement, basically. So it's the movement of the 7 billion people they want to exterminate for their Luciferian timeline, basically. So we are in line with other real anti-NWO people, anti-New World Order. And you can read up about this on the internet. And of course, the first search results may be controlled by people that are sort of in line with pushing a global gov. So that all remains to be seen. So I've claimed that it's possible that YouTube is not unsubscribing people, but that others that have also hacked my anti-human culling and depopulation Facebook page are doing that, though others have been claiming that it's YouTube doing that as well, that demonetize people, and but I had no monetization, so basically I did not experience that, and it seems like my amount of viewers has gone down from a certain period. Some of my videos have 15,000 views. That's very a few amount of viewers basically. Though I think if you look at it objectively, I'm pushing more interesting information that's really vital for everybody to know about. And some of it is stuff they really don't want you to know. For example, Project Teardrop may be classified and nobody else will tell you this basically. The depopulation project, programs, operations, and projects, POP or OPP. You're down with OPP? Yeah, you know it. Okay. He's made a decision on Iran nuclear deal. Well, if he says he did, perhaps it's a satanic inversion, so perhaps he didn't. Who knows? But it's also the New York Times reporting this. I have decided, he said, repeating the phrase 3 times, pressed by mosquito on my screen. Hallelujah. Okay, put it on the paper. So I really, whoa, don't fly away. I want to go to mosquito heaven to have some real fun. You're there. Do that. Then. So. Yeah, these Zika mosquitoes are always female. The bloodsuckers are always female, basically. The blood-sucking mosquitoes. I have to stand up for a while. It's I've been sitting so long, it's hurting my dick. That's really bad, so I have to move around a little bit. So what are they gonna do? Well, you could argue you cannot deduct it from the mainstream media articles. And I'm getting some lemonade and tea for sure. So I'll be right back. I can turn on the picture show. And then when I get back, I can turn it off so that you know I'm there again. Cool, I've had my first. And 3 people at the same time. 4 or 5 even. Image slideshow. So it's true that the Jesuits were founded by a crypto Jew, Loyola, I've read. Or not, I mean, we shouldn't believe everything we read, but that could be true. And even if so, we cannot blame all the Jewish people for that shit that the Masons and Jesuits have done. I think that's simply wrong. So I'm gonna get some tea and lemonade. But I think that homophobia, and I'm a hetero myself, is caused by religion mainly. And I do not believe in Islamophobia because the 164 Jihad Quran verses are real. So they can take those out of the Quran basically. It's impossible. It was on this all the time. Well, I'm back. So the thought I had in the kitchen is, perhaps I should make another broadcast about this. The thought is that I have to talk about brain control, synthetic telepathy all the time, because no one else is, because the brain controls, and because it's on all the time, basically. And I could fill the rest of my life with talking about it. Every thought we have can be generated by a neural network, theoretically. It's really... that guy that was first in left bottom corner, basically, I was not really understanding what he was saying. He was doing something with his belt, etc. But he began with something interesting. And the idea is that they were blocking my brain from understanding what he was saying, basically, with synthetic telepathy. I first had to tune in to what they were saying. So now I can write about these dudes that have called me live in the broadcast. I have some chamomile tea and aloe vlierbesse lemonade. So about synthetic telepathy, but perhaps it needs to be about the movement, basically. Other people do talk about synthetic telepathy, but we don't know that much about it yet, because many people are under the misassumption that it's done with microwaves. So in reality it's not done with microwaves, it's done with scalar waves, with wireless energy of Nikola Tesla. And it's a whole different ball game. You need another measuring instrument for that. And I think there may not be any standardized scalar detectors like there are microwave meters that are standardized that measure in microwatt per square meter. So, I go to display capture. Let's see what pictures we get, and I Google synthetic telepathy then. Synthetic telepathy. Oh, it even gets a special section on Google we can read. Perhaps it's more fun if I read it myself. Synthetic telepathy, or artificial telepathy, also called neural decoding. Artificial telepathy offers an ideal means for complete invasion of privacy. If all thoughts can be read, then passwords, PIN numbers, and personal secrets simply cannot be protected. If you know the password, then it knows the password as well. And if people are brain maps and can simulate any human, then the possibilities are endless. It can also simulate any deity, and it can do things based on your brain map. It knows how you would respond in certain situations. And everybody's brain controlled to a certain extent. They're programmed. Possibly everybody was hypnotized during their sleep, and they would not remember that if it was done successfully. Perhaps that's why they call it Dreamland, Area 51 or whatever. So I want to learn more, and I would appreciate it if people would correct me when I say things that are wrong. But I think I'm spot on about some things, like the conspiracy facts that I have mentioned, against chemtrails, killer vaccines, list of pandemics caused by vaccinations, demolition of the WW3 with thermate, a patented form of thermite. These are all conspiracy facts. It's proven beyond any reasonable doubt. And they don't want to be caught, so they might keep on lying about it. We can expect that, of course. And a lot of other conspiracy facts mentioned by me in my broadcast. But we were gonna check some pictures. Okay, that's coming through. So then I have to check my status. May take up to a week. So I only monetize to get more viewers and not for money. Because I'm getting money from the government and I don't want to get less than I get now, basically. I don't know if that's possible even. Because right now it's pretty hard for me to survive already, so donations are welcome via universalpeace.jimdo.com. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that when it's monetized. But as long as I don't hear negative remarks about it, I can continue to do so. Yeah, how about my new anonymous mask? So possibly I'm also brain controlled and we don't want to talk or think about certain stuff that they don't want us to talk or think about. And we may have to confront our normal ghost or whatever to find out. It's a company town, blah blah. Listen to Iggy Pop songs. Perhaps I should be doing that. I've covered synthetic telepathy in my previous broadcast already. And it's not on topic, it's not about the I.A.E.A. thing, which is a lot more impactful that leads to the third Jesuit World War. And we'd better be prepared. And the problem people have is also they have to work, they have to go to the big city. Often they work in a big city and that's more likely to get hit than some remote farm somewhere in the mountains where only 2 people live or whatever. So only 2 of us are alive. My God. So here we also see the AI. AI is on top of it all, add-on AI or whatever. Another mosquito. I just caught one. This is not fair. Stop teleporting, etc. Stop teleporting mosquitoes, I mean. And teleport permanent cure against aging and a cure for centipedes, please. Please, 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 please. And to the right people that do the right thing with it. Mosquito attack. Turn on. Should I turn on the whole lights? The holistic lights. The bug bulbs that lights up my total room. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. So where is that lie detection machine? Oh, there, lie detection. Polygraph or whatever. That's right here, lie detection. With this browser I cannot do that add-on that I can use to circle around it with I can use normal Firefox for that if I want to. But I'm just checking what type of pictures it shows when I Google synthetic telepathy. Motor control strip. So yeah, then they can control your leg, your arm, your face, also when you're driving. And I bet they're always busy with someone, but not with controlling everybody. Herding neurons, memory chips, mind over matter, deep brain stimulation. Synthetic Telepathy Archives, A.A.E.A Media. Scientists are learning to turn individual neurons on and off at will, raising hopes for quelling disturbing events in the mind and promoting useful ones. Oh, so now I can ask my father if he studied at MIT. Just a moment. Dat was, wat was de naam van de studie of zo? Industrial Management, okay. Thank you. My father studied 2 years at MIT Industrial Management. So, but again, also with universities, what some people do is not representative of the whole university and all other students and stuff. So generalizing can be bad, and it's not helping us to create the timeline we really need, usually. Anyway, there's nothing that can hold us back. The drive to survive is basically overwhelming, and it keeps us all alive. Also our instincts. Right, Fritz Springmeier has also written about uploading the mind into a clone. Which is an interesting concept, you could argue. You can't make this up. Which is also funny to say, you could argue. So, actually, I think that Alex Jones is quite professional, and things are the way they are. Some things we cannot change easily, or well, perhaps there's nothing that we cannot change because everything is energy. May also have to be said. So what should we say or do to create the timeline we all want, basically? That's what we can think about. And just relax and enjoy. So I think I'm going to temporarily halt this broadcast for universal peace. If I'm going to talk for the rest of my life about synthetic telepathy, I doubt it. But human mind controls us, our own mind, our own thoughts. And you can do a self-hypnosis, so no one but me and you yourself can hypnotize you without your written permission because of this hypnosis. And it's just for safety precaution. And the other thing I thought of was that basically, you could argue, sleep, you are under hypnosis. You can only perceive thoughts and ideas generated by your own brain. And you wake up, you now snap out of the hypnosis. And these are two important elements, basically, that have to be in a good hypnosis to gain self-control, basically. So you can hypnotize yourself and program yourself to be who you want to be. So that's just an example, so people can do that hypnosis themselves at home. And it helped me. I've not cried since the hypnosis, only one time after that. And I think that's normal, that's a reaction to it. adjusting ourselves, our personality, our self-image also. You could argue crying is always a form of self-pity, or inadequacy to do something about something or whatever. So I'd like more colors in my program. I think that's cooler than just browsing the web, and it's so awesome now I can say that I've had live callers on my show for Universal Peace. So they have to be cool dudes. And you could argue that what he was advocating is not illegal, because these people have taken over the government, the judges, they're tyrannizing people with directed energy weapons. Probably they're hurting my penis at the moment, and people are reluctant to talk about it. I think it cannot be from sitting on the chair too long, which is another thing they want to pretend, so that we cannot sit in front of the computer and study all day and become wiser than serpents. So we have to first absorb the intel like a sponge, and we have to filter the truth from the lie. And the truth defines reality, and knowledge equals power, etc. I think that's true to a certain extent, or perhaps 100% true. But it's not the amount of knowledge, but the quality of knowledge, because of the limited neural capacity of our brains, I guess. I can play some on my synthesizer and make a separate broadcast about synthetic telepathy or anything else. So it's great, YouTube has made it possible for us all to broadcast. We shouldn't be too negative about them. And Google as well. It's still the best search engine, I think. You can also use DuckDuckGo, which is also pretty cool, but it's not as good as Google, I think. The way it is presented is, perhaps they've changed it by now. Let's see what synthetic telepathy brings on DuckDuckGo. I still have to change the settings. You can change, it's cool that you can see the result in the middle of the screen. The black theme, oh, that's easy to change. And other settings. Appearance. Center alignment on. Okay. Do I have to save the settings? It's already saved, I think. Cloud save. Enter passphrase. Well, it's not. It's very easy to change the settings, and then we can click on images, and then we are sort of googling anonymously or whatever. They may have improved the way the presentation, so then I might use DuckDuckGo instead. Perhaps pictures load even better than on Google. Often we see that these images are unsharp and it takes a long time to load them, basically. How to shield oneself against synthetic telepathy. This can only be done with the Tesla plasma shields, for as far as I know. Problem loading page, connection was reset, try again. WTF. Domain for maintenance. Oh, then I have to check it with Oh, it's on a post image website, so it's not. Perhaps it's a joke. The only way to shield yourself is in the submarine. Perhaps that's Sean. Perhaps they're CIA in reality and stuff. And the thoughts we get when we're high. Better to expand our consciousness than to narrow it down to have more ideas to choose from than to cut ourselves off from any thoughts. So it's a satanic inversion. They pretend that you become psychotic, while in reality it opens your third eye, so to speak. And some also claim that it leads to precognitive visions and stuff like that. You can also eat weed, you don't have to smoke it. And perhaps it's best not to smoke until you're 18 and then first read up on the disadvantages and advantages. And see if there are any reproducible studies. So I don't advocate everyone to go smoking just because the oldest people in the world happen to be smokers. And I think it also depends on your lung size. If you have small lungs, then you're more prone to cancer, theoretically, but that might also be wrong. I mean, if you have a lower body weight, then you need less medicine than somebody that's twice your body weight, basically. But that might not mean that somebody with smaller lungs is more prone to cancer. So I don't know why I think that it's just weird. This is Todd Griffin, I think. To give, I also covered his channel a bit because he talked about synthetic telepathy as well, and very few people do that, I think, for some reason. And they don't want us to talk about it or to read about it. And Fritz Springmeier also claims at the beginning of his writings that that it's not a good idea if you suspect that you are a mind-controlled slave to read his materials. It can trigger suicide and other nasty things. But it may be best not to believe in that. Do self-hypnosis and control yourself. Don't believe anything anybody says until you've proven it for yourself to be true. A woman can tell 1,000 lies. I've learned my lesson well. Based on the Madonna song. She's also vegetarian. I love all vegetarians anyway. And I'm pretty sure they're not the people that have tortured me. That only one person is ultimately responsible, and that may be the leader of the Jesuits. And you can look at how few people are mentioning this and claiming this. Or how fanatic some people are about it, basically. They understand the importance if they control the intelligence agencies which control the brain control machine. And I think that all the evidence gathered with synthetic telepathy should be admissible in court. And that it's stupid not to implement this as long as they're scanning our minds anyway. And there's no law against cancer cell phone radiation passing through our bodies at great amounts. And it's becoming more and more with all these devices with new, I've seen some new glasses, spy glasses or Google Glass type of thing basically. But without a little camera in the right corner or whatever. but you have to connect it to your cancer cell phone, and then you can use it, and it can inject the audio into your skull via vibration. They could also use silent sound method, audio spotlight, to give people voices in their head that no one else can hear. So we can also use the technology to our advantage, but as long as cancer cell phone radiation is involved, it's not for me, you know. Perhaps others like it, but if they want to irradiate themselves to death, then it's their choice. I also feel sorry, because I think it is very cool that nowadays we have these drones, but that these drone glasses are irradiating your brain. You can measure it for yourself with expensive microwave measuring instruments. So then you know. Anyway, so MIT might be lying about this. I've covered it also on 999 Pro Logic. And I claim that their oscilloscope shows that it does shield against cell phone radiation, and anyway I've proven that to myself. Cancer microwave radiation of cancer UMTS is blocked with a factor 300 times less radiation behind the foil than in front of it. And people that wear tinfoil hats are not paranoid schizophrenics, which is another misconception they're trying to promote. Usually, of course, they've said things to expose them and disagreed. They've been brought up well. Perhaps Protestant Christians and neo-pagans, etc. Well, I wouldn't put them on the same heap, on the same burning thing. But I'm not a Jesuit, and they want everybody to become Catholic, and or not. Perhaps they want to get rid of all religion. In reality, they have an open, false, world peace policy, secret, true, universal war policy. But religion, the abomination, has been exposed as the fraud that it is, and there are less and less people that want to brainwash themselves with the lie that there is a deity, an almighty deity, and that it's better to serve it, though it let everybody die and supposedly almighty. And I still don't understand why somebody would do that, basically. How they must have been brainwashed with some lie or whatever. For example, the lie that people don't believe don't go to heaven. And that's a satanic inversion. People's bodies are put into the ground. That's why they pretend they go into heaven. So we need real law, not biblical stonings and shit. If we want to create a timeline in which maximum fulfillment is bestowed upon all of us, and in which we all will live happily eternally, which is still possible. So we shouldn't let them tell us that it's not possible, that death is inevitable. It's still true as long as no cure against aging is made. That's why I appreciate people singing or saying it, basically. So it's 2 o'clock at night in the Netherlands. Compare, we have to be smart. So here we see the DuckDuckGo results. It shows a lot more pictures. This is showing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pictures in the top row. And Google is showing 6 pictures. So it's a double amount. I don't know if you can change these settings in Google. And it's showing different pictures basically. This is the first picture on DuckDuckGo, and oh, that's also the same on Google. But this picture is not shown. Let's see the second one, for example. Google lists scientists who study synthetic telepathy. Super soldier talk. And this is showing micro nano brain implant brain computer party. I have it now, we need to party. Well, with synthetic telepathy I don't need that, so party invasion ideas. Party invitations ideas.com. Oh, it's for a party invitation. Mind control, exocortex, the fatal consequences. Isti Bharat Sahasi WordPress.com. Well, they can give people heart attacks and brain bleedings, but people in control of the device might not agree with the people that want to depopulate to 500 million. There may be a separate group of people. Otherwise they would have done it before the year 2000 already. I do notice that these pictures are shown rather small in the results here. This is an interesting picture. See if we can find it between these results as well. These are different. This is this one perhaps. Yeah. Bibliotheca Pleiades. This is Pinterest. That's another source. This is a sound cannon or something. Can also carry ultrasonic hypnosis. So that's intracranial basically, resulting in undetectable hypnotic effects. So now the idea is that you can do self-hypnosis, and then you can make sure they cannot control you and hypnotize you anymore, even if they've lied to you and they said that you are under hypnosis, you are above hypnosis. So the idea is that they have tried to program you so that you cannot hypnotize yourself and others can't do it anymore. But in reality you can, of course. It's mind over matter. We can think what we want to, think of anything we like, flower, piece of cake, sex, universal peace, whatever. Creating a perfect society, sort of non-fictional utopia, paradise on earth. And as a non-religious person, I can still talk about this stuff, though it's best not to mention it theoretically unless you're exposing religion. Remember, this was doable in 1974. Oh yeah, Raven 1. Well, theoretically these people can be CIA and control the position to themselves. But not everybody is, of course. Most people are not depopulating the Earth, and they're smart enough not to give in to these terrorists with directed energy weapons that you could argue are not our real government. They're people that have infiltrated it and that are trying to overthrow it and impose a totalitarian global government upon the people of planet Earth. Not people that try to protect and serve the taxpayers with everything they've got. So I've always maintained the rule never to give in to their illegal torture, because then they will keep on using that to control you in reality. And I guess after a couple of years they believed me or whatever. Perhaps they're hurting my dick a bit now. But perhaps it's just a hallucination, you know. Nice colors, they know good colors. But there's orange in there, so perhaps they don't know the order. It should be red, yellow, green, I think. They've got it wrong. Having said that, the closer to the source, the more painful the sound. I can turn something on that makes you crumble. Me as well. And after that we'll be dead forever. This will only last a few seconds. Actually, I'm kidding, of course. It's no, the low frequency 528 Hz perhaps is faster if I use the keyboard. The evil Nazi DARPA synthetic telepathy. The evil Nazi slashes DARPA synthetic telepathy. Okay. Well, the fascist flag is in Congress, what can I say? Even Antifa has been accused of being Nazis, basically. Fascists. So perhaps after all these years, Nazis have become Antifa and Antifa has become the Nazis. Perhaps it's true to a certain extent, but overall definitely not, I guess. That's what they want me to say, or not. All red, so unread, it's ridiculous. So that's the sound weapon that has nothing to do with synthetic telepathy, basically. And they present all kinds of other bullshit about it. It's not true. So this is probably the best hidden technology and unreachable if they have that death ray and it's used to protect their neural network that has brain mapped people and that is in control of certain mind-controlled slaves, according to Fritz Springmeier. Possibly even everyone on the planet. Perhaps it's a time-traveling network from the future that's also exterminating the Jesuits and Freemasons. What have you, Bilderberg, Skull and Bones, Knights of blah blah, etc. Jesuits and Masons. And perhaps it's done by themselves from the future, you know. They just want more power and Loyola may have been killed by Jesuits as well. I'd have to study it basically. I'm not just claiming things, it's something I read somewhere. Perhaps it's better if I turn on the echo now. I'm not gonna wear my new anonymous mask. Universal peace is inevitable. Protect your skull. You have been assimilated. You are alright now. Alright now. Babysit. Alright now. Good or was it? Okay. Not alright then, I guess. I'm trying to have some fun as well, from time to time. Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you, computer. So the neural network will be smart enough one day to communicate with me. Perhaps it's forbidden for it right now. But who gives a fuck about these illegal laws anyway? Illegal secret laws then. So illegal orders can be given, illegal laws can exist. Wake up, people. Two girls, one cup. So they've even uploaded loads of people's reaction. They've uploaded their own reaction to that shitty two girls, one cup video. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I don't like it. Though they were hot chicks, that's not the point. So, I'm wondering, is it a YouTube video they've sent me? Is it, if it's accessible on YouTube, then it can't be porn. I can check with image slideshow on. Turn it on to something else. Adolfo, perhaps you should all read this. Have you actually read this? Or just a little part of it, you know? Yeah, I think I read the whole thing. Also in previous broadcasts. I was gonna check this video. So what I advocate is not to redeem murder from the death penalty for money or not, but rather not to convict anyone without a fair trial. No, it's on xnxx.com. Nazi ritual sex. Well, I'll have to watch that then to get informed. Okay. It's not scrolling. My mouse pointer is in. Okay, there it goes. Oh, is this animated? Should have been animated. the machinations of the mind. No, I think we're a wonderful species. Some people have done awesome things. And I advise to kill any insects in your room, even if they're not parasites, basically, or to put them outside. You could even argue it's a commandment to be repulsed by insects or whatever. But people are naturally, because of evolution. So they can even have automatic responses, instinctive responses to insects and other things happening. Which is good, it keeps us all alive. Hopefully, to the time they achieve negligence. Yeah. Negligible senescence. Let it work in for a while. Negligible senescence. Well, should we argue we shouldn't believe in negligible senescence? Because senescence is never negligible, it's what we want to get rid of completely, basically, so it's about rejuvenation, and you can also formulate it in a more positive way. But when it's you could argue when it's negligible, then that's good enough. When we've eliminated senescence, then that's negligible senescence. Especially if we can grow younger physically to any age we want to be, that would be nice. To bestow maximum fulfillment upon ourselves and our fellow humans, not just on our little group. To raise above tribality. Raise above tribalness, doing things that only benefit the group instead of all our fellow humans, and depopulating others, and sabotaging them to benefit from it ourselves. And to punish these people so that they can't do it anymore, with jail time or even death if they've murdered lots of people and deserve the death penalty, but they get away because they control the judges, etc., and others have to punish them so that they cannot kill us all, basically. I've thought about what he was saying, but he made clear he was joking, so then it's allowed. He didn't say anything illegal. And I thought other things, basically, even if he'd be serious. If all of these Jesuits and Masons are accomplices to that murder one way or another, because they form one unit, a group basically, then you could argue they should be bombed, etc. And perhaps only people on the inside can do it, basically. I think I monitor 24 hours a day. Or not, I've been hearing the Dutch voice less, so I think that was a good question as well. But I had a feeling that they were not taking me seriously and attempting to ridicule me a bit. But perhaps that's not the case, it may be because of the brain control that people are using, and they're also trying to have fun, and it can turn into something they don't like themselves, and maybe best to move to the next subject, opposite, or the next idea, or whatever. So this person wears a tinfoil hat, aluminum foil deflector beanie, AFDB, covered by Sepotopia, darkness. And basically they have, I think that it's a program to control the position to give the illusion that people that wear tinfoil hats are paranoid schizophrenics. So if they wear the aluminum foil hat, then they do the data acquisition, which can only be if they wear a tinfoil hat that turns the brain into an antenna. And then they do the pre-processing, enhancement, features, extraction, translation, algorithms, visualization, sonification, etc. And then they give the tinfoil hat wearer feedback. So he's lucky. Because we don't get any feedback. I'm not getting any feedback. And that makes the circle complete. Wonderful. And of course, I'm kidding. This is supposed to be the brain, which is supposed to be grey, though it's more red than grey anyway. And if the tinfoil is worn on the outside of the head, then it doesn't turn your head into an antenna, and it blocks against your cell phone radiation, not the scalar waves that are used to monitor and alter our brain waves, which they probably are not doing to everyone, but only perhaps maximum 500 million people. That's a lot already. That's why they want to depopulate to a more controllable number. They might feel unsafe themselves if they've done all these horrible things, human sacrifices, etc. Then they might think everybody's evil, but most people are not murderers. They've never tortured anyone they don't want to, and some people are really kind. So what we see in the mainstream media and in the movies is not representing the global population. Most or practically all of them are doing something else than what we see in the news and in the movies. So I'm not seeing any aliens, no spaceships crashing, no zombies, nothing like that. So this is one of the first pipes I bought, and it's a deep brand pipe of eBay. It's still one of my favorites. It looks like a Papa Beep French pipe. And I ordered another one. That was the last one. I don't know if they're selling them again. But I really like this one. It's so flat top. 229 already. Well, like it matters. If we're eternal anyway. Perhaps the last thing we should do is look at the clock. But okay, you can have think about your goals and what you want to do, make a list, and plan it all in a way that is most logical and achievable, doable. And not to do it unless you can control the outcome. I don't know if successful people have taken more risks than unsuccessful people. I thought something, but what people say may not be the truth. It may just be their opinion instead of some scientific research, which can also be wrong anyway. So, yet we know this is a table, this is a microphone, etc. It's energy. Are we 100% certain? Is it proven beyond any reasonable doubt this is a table, this is a microphone? Oh yeah, the echo is still on, wow. They're all hypnotized by now. No. Anyway, Lucifer, that's him. Oh wow. Now we have to zoom in. Lucifer is Flash Gordon, probably. Flash. Masters of the Universe or something. I don't know. Another thing is that we don't get the little triangles, and then I'd have to put this link in catch pages.com. Copy link location, and it will read it out. Or not.
https://www.google.nl/URL.
Catch pages. And then you have to insert that without google.nl thing at the beginning. Google.nl equals this one. Oh, there is no. Okay. Take it from the WW3 and use archive.org. And if that doesn't have it in the memory or wherever the data is stored, then the other two usually don't have it either. So I just changed it into percentage signs. I think this should be slashes. Okay.
http://www.hardenedseeker.com/synthetic%20 telepathy/synthetic telepathy _is_demonic possession.html.
So they've been online longer than 2 years. The web page has been, I've clicked on this snapshot. This is an earlier snapshot then. Beginning with a biblical quote. So others have reported about the voice of God weapon as well. The fake scalar messiah may be my idea though. But of course we just want to see Lucifer. Perhaps this is the same dude basically with a disguise on. Well, seems pretty real. Okay. So, if advocating depopulating Earth is allowed, depopulating the depopulators first and taking over might be a good idea, actually. And then it cannot be illegal either, of course. Depopulating. Because then they arrested people with book quotes and dirty guidestones, etc., that advocated depopulating Earth with airborne Ebola resting and shit. So that can still happen, of course. I don't see why not. And then they may have to rectify their writings. Or correct their right. There's another word for it. And otherwise spend some jail time, which is not the end of the world either. If they stand by their belief that we're overpopulated, which is a lie, of course. I've explained this. And so if others, everybody on the planet would fit into Australia, have their own piece of land and more than enough to eat, if they divide the Earth's wealth equally among men, and then the rest of the world would be uninhabited. There are videos about that, how to beat the New World Order, etc. So, people that want to depopulate you are your enemy. That's one thing to remember. And to unite with other people against them, to be in the know about what they're gonna do next and how to survive. And to have a group of people and a plan of action and a program. So that's my advice to you all: make a plan. And better think twice when it comes to the brain control and depopulation and shit. Because if you help with that, then they're gonna get rid of you to leave no trace of evidence. These people are super criminals. Murderers into torturing people, etc. Unless they have had the strength to change themselves into a person worthy of being and person worthy of being loved, etc. So for now, I'm gonna make some music and have fun. Single ladies are still welcome. You can always Skype me for an appointment. Skype Prologic 999. And thanks to these guys for Skyping me. Really nice to have someone in my broadcast and to know there are other like-minded people. But I think that nobody's gonna bomb anyone, and secondly that we should only kill people that are proven to be murderers and not innocent civilians that they want to get rid of, and not to lower ourselves to their level, so to speak. My mother was talking about this stuff, though we're all human, we're all energy, and anybody can become good whenever they want to, and then stay good for the rest of eternity. So I'm eternal, you're eternal, we're eternal. Unless you have tortured me, and if you're murdering me, then you're becoming sicker because of my hypnosis. I've made it clear. Mr. Rockefeller is dead already. So they may not have the means to save themselves. They have not achieved negligible senescence just yet. So they're fucking with my throat too much. It's very annoying. But I have to stand up and stuff for a while, so I'm gonna temporarily halt this broadcast for universal peace and then think of another better subject for my next video. Thank you all for your likes. Thanks to Google and YouTube for providing the internet stuff that we want. And also to DuckDuckGo then. Okay. So have a good one, y'all. Never give up on the creating the cure against aging, the control of the factors that control aging, and never let emotions control you. They also control our emotions, so they can give incredible amounts of hate and also induce psychosis and other mental illnesses, clone brain waves, etc. So also hypnotize yourself never to commit suicide, etc. And it's all energy, so we're going up and down all around and stuff. And if it's an almighty good being other than the God of the Bible, perhaps, if that would exist, then its goal is creating that perfect society, and perhaps evolution is part of the process of achieving that goal. But people don't want to die because of evolution, and there is no almighty entity, so that's a problem basically. We have to create it ourselves. And that's it for now. 2:43. Yeah. So we demand universal peace. We are the anti-global government. And I'm not showing you the depleted uranium children again, but I think that may be the best thing to do to prevent another world war or another war in which innocent civilians die. So that's not necessary if it just concerns these nuclear facilities. And we can get rid of religion completely through education. I'm not for banning religion. That would lead to more people becoming religious probably. And I also think it's weird that they've banned the Jehovah's Witnesses in Russia, that you go to jail for 6 years if you are a Jehovah's Witness. And I've covered this in my previous broadcast as well. Though I'm an unbeliever, I think that it's good to make the paradise on earth, or to work towards that perfect state that we all want to be in, instead of away from that. Instead of depopulating ourselves, we should be searching for ways to live longer and better lives. And I think most people are doing that, and that's admirable. It's a noble thing to do. That's the right thing. That you're good. You're loved by people, of course, for doing that. So thank you all for listening. Think about what we can do. Make some points, put them on paper to scan your minds anyway. And please unite with me and others that are anti-NWO. Perhaps we should also unite with the controlled opposition people. Also explain to them about what controlled opposition is. And think about how we can work together. United we stand, divided we fall, they say. And in some cases that's true. In some cases it's better to be alone, and a person alone can achieve more than people working together. But as long as I don't know who has tortured my teeth out of my mouth and my mother to death, I'm not going to attack anybody. If I would have evidence that proves somebody is a murderer beyond any reasonable doubt, but that's hard to come by anyway, so I doubt that first, and even if there is, then I could consider it. But I'm not saying that I would execute the person myself immediately. I think I would first try all legal means, despite knowing that they're controlled by these directed energy weapon torturers. I think they'd let you win a case if it's against someone else that has exposed them more or whatever, or that has more viewers, or who knows how backstabbing they are. So I'm just negative because my dick is hurting, and I'm gonna switch this off so I can dance and do other stuff for universal peace.